And I could very well get a balloon, tied up a knot, and you could lick it, and you'd be a balloon knot.
You know, it'd be fun if we all went to a rodeo.
What?
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
What?
I brought my panties. Anyone want to sniff them?
Woo!
Welcome to the Bubba Army YouTube channel. Oh, by the way, Blitz supposedly went on a date with a different woman Saturday night, supposedly, and told me specifically he didn't want to talk about it. So,
God, you're the worst friend ever.
So we're getting ready for the show. We're running a little bit late because Blitz had to reboot the next gen because we're a little out of sorts.
Yeah.
And Blitz goes, I said, how'd your big date go Saturday? He's like, don't ask me about it. And I go, well, I am asking you about it. He goes, I can talk to you about it here, but don't talk about it on the air. I'm like, okay. Well, the first thing I wrote, first note I wrote this morning.
10 minutes into the show. Couldn't even make it more than 10 minutes in.
No, but one of my notes right here, asked Blitz about his date. So, Blitz, what say you on this big Saturday date, supposedly at Armature Works, Willie, that you even made an Instagram on?
Oh.
Yeah. Don't think, bitch, that I'm not the only person paying attention around here, buddy.
I mean, obviously you are.
Yeah. I will tell you, I didn't get to see her, but I did get to see the Armature Works looked like it was kicking, and the skyline was beautiful.
It was awesome.
So, what say you? I'm all ears, kid. Did you not have a date with a younger chick Saturday night?
I did.
All right.
The rest is going to be like code.
Yeah.
No, well,
I mean,
That's not all we're going to get.
he can't code me out. I'll start painting him into a corner here soon. So
Okay.
Blitz.
Yes.
Blitz, you did have a date with isn't she like 26 or something?
No, 24. Well, the 20.
All
right.
No, the 24-year-old is the one I went with a couple weeks ago.
All right. So this one's what, in her 30s?
She's 29.
29. All right. And she is. I've seen a picture of her. She's pretty hot. Like she's hot.
Yeah.
Right. And this was supposed to be you guys' first date?
Yeah.
Right.
It'll probably be the last one as well.
Why?
I don't know. I didn't like her sense of humor.
Oh,
She
She didn't really have one.
Hold on. Speaking of don't have a sense of
You're
humor.
Johnny Dry.
That would be like me calling somebody fat.
Well,
I mean, you're
And you do all the time.
You're the driest.
Come on,
You're the
dude.
driest, most cynical guy I know.
I know.
How can you
she
not like
did not have a good sense of humor, so I won't be calling her again.
Now what
Oh my God, it's like having an ice cream cone. You got the dark Jimmies instead of the rainbow Jimmies.
I'm picky. Sorry.
And all of a sudden it's you won't eat it.
How bad can her sense of humor
I'm
be?
picky.
Like, was it just like noticeably dry or non-existent, or
Did she not laugh at your jokes?
She didn't understand your negative.
That'll kill it for me too if no one laughs at my jokes.
She didn't understand your negative dynamic. Like
Right.
what? I mean, Blitz, you're not the easiest guy to talk to.
I know,
Just be
and I'm
honest.
also picky. So I the last one I went out with, I had to fucking. Oh,
But you
sorry.
but you liked Anna. You liked Anna.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Blitz, you of all people,
I know.
you
I know.
of all people,
I can't believe it.
is Tyler in there making you run a little loose or what?
No, he's not. I don't know where he's at.
Did he make
He
it
was here. Yeah. He's
Okay.
messing with the computer up front.
I will kill him if he's late on.
No, he was here. He was here.
late on his first day.
Oh, that's funny.
He
What
was
time
here.
was he here on time?
Yeah.
10 till is
Yep.
when he's supposed to be.
Yeah,
here.
he was here.
You can do it, Colton.
So
Ooh, it's hot in here.
running a little bit hot tonight.
Oh, I need to turn the air down.
All right, so
Told you it was
the
hot.
24-year-old that you go out with,
That was a few weeks
you
ago.
scrammed her off already.
I had to block her.
Really?
No, hold on.
I ghosted her and then she wouldn't leave me alone.
There's a difference between, not corresponding, which you're really good at,
Yeah.
and in blocking.
Well, I ghosted her and she wouldn't leave me alone.
Did you throw the D so good? Or,
No, I didn't do anything.
All right, so the 24-year-old.
But I kept getting the, am I not good enough for you? I'm like, we went on a date. Like, no, I'm not dealing with that.
All right, that's the youngest of that's the 24.
Yeah, I'm not doing that ever again.
Now, what about this past weekend? I did see a picture of her. You asked me not to
I
talk
did.
about it, which means I'm going to talk. Sorry.
That's
Sorry.
a sentence.
And so, what do you got, buddy?
We had a good time. She was cool, but
Did you guys?
we just went to Armature Works.
Do you
That
think
was it.
she's listening right now?
No.
Oh, okay.
Give a picture. Is there any way to see a picture?
Now, hold on. Let me just get through this. Did you pick her up, or did you guys?
No,
meet
we
there?
met at Armature Works.
Okay.
Safe date.
And then you met at Armature Works, and where do you guys meet? And like, how does that uncomfortable walking up to each other for the first time go? Because you got to
I
understand.
put my left foot in front of my right foot.
See, I don't do any of this stuff, okay? I don't date. I don't meet bitches out.
Okay.
Nothing like that, okay?
Yeah.
I don't want to. I'm not going to be sitting there with my big boy jeans on at Armature Works waiting for some bitch to roll up on me. Sorry. Just not going to do that.
All right. Well, I walked up there and saw her and said hello.
Hi.
Yeah.
And she.
So how does that go? Blitz, I mean, how does that go? Like, hey.
Yeah, like me and Dan.
It was like a hey.
So like Dan, I'm kind of like you're out of obviously you're not in that game either, and so like how does that go? Like how does that go?
It's like a hey and a hug.
Yeah.
So you walked up
A
and
hug?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of
You
course.
got a hug off after a hey?
You
Yeah.
have to.
In 21?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think people
public,
touch randoms.
there's
I mean
witnesses.
that's just one step from oral in the car.
Wow.
Right.
So
Hey, hug.
that's
hey.
kind of what I would do. Be
Hey,
like, hey,
hug.
you know what? Why do we got to go to Armature Works and walk around when I just want oral in my car? Why don't you just I'll pick you up.
Yeah.
We can go around the block a few times. I can drop you back off.
Well,
There
she
you
wants
go.
to make sure she's going to live to see another day. So.
Right.
Yeah.
So you walk up, you're like, hey.
Yeah.
And she's like, hey. A little courtesy
Pretty
hug.
much. I mean, yeah. I mean,
You got to be
Now-
more bubbly about it.
yeah.
As
No,
you're-
I was.
As you're walking up, are you sizing her up a little bit?
Of course.
Is she what the picture said on Bumble or Tinder
yeah.
or whatever? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, had you guys had any texting exchange prior? Obviously,
Of course.
right. And was there any D pics or any like stuff?
Yeah. She sent me a few.
Yeah,
You
but
can size up to her
How's
formers.
she hung?
was there any?
Well.
Was there any? Was there any pics prior to you guys meeting? Was there any pics? Of suggestivity, so to speak.
No.
None.
No.
Did you have each other's numbers or was it just on the...
Yes. No. We had numbers.
Okay.
Right.
So prior to Armature Works, you'd only had like electrical contact?
Yeah. That's what happens when you go on a first date.
Yeah. Hold on. But no.
Well, you could have met her like at another bar and say, hey, let's go out.
Oh, yeah,
next
no,
week.
okay, no.
It was a first date.
No
it's-
pictures though. You're saying no pictures. I call
No.
you a liar. You at least had to send some.
No, because there's pictures on the profile.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's just a silhouette.
Now, so you walk up, and by the way, what I was not supposed to talk about is now a full blown segment.
Right.
Breaking it down.
breaking Blitz's date down that he. So anyway, you walk. Hey.
Hey.
And a little,
Hey.
and like a little hog. Like,
Hey,
it's like,
girl,
like,
hey.
like a little hog.
Yeah. I snapped my finger in there. I was like, hey.
Did you kick your leg up on it when you gave her a
I
hug?
took my pants off.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Did you bend her back and give her like a World War II kiss?
Yeah.
Return home?
Like the Navy guy that
Yeah,
saw his
exactly.
nurse girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's hot. So anyway, hey. Then
One
what?
arm hug?
Then what? Yeah, I'm sure it's a one arm hug. Was it a one arm hug?
No, I don't do that.
You don't?
Oh,
No,
two,
no.
two arms.
Yep.
Two or nothing?
Did you press
Yeah,
your
two or nothing. I have rules.
Did you push up against her?
Did you press your wiener against him?
Yeah.
No.
How tall is she?
She's like 5'6", maybe.
Okay, that's so you dominated her. You're like a big gorilla.
Well, I mean, yeah,
like a big gorilla,
yeah,
little mama gorilla, little
Yeah.
monkey.
yeah.
All right, so where did Papa Gorilla take the little monkey?
We just kind of walked around outside for a little bit.
Holding hands.
No.
Okay. Well, I'm just trying to get. I mean, there's a lot. That's a big difference.
You got to
when
work
walk
up the
around-
love story. You
Yeah,
can't just-
come on.
When
It's
you-
not
You
middle
don't
school.
walk up to a
They
chick.
don't get it because they haven't been on the scene in a minute.
All right. So you're just walking around. What now? All Armature Works is just food, right? I'd be going crazy. I'd be like, man, I want to eat there.
Yeah, I mean, they have like
I
a.
want to
Girl.
eat there.
We got empanadas.
Hey, I want to eat there. Hey, man, look at those fried wontons. I want to get some of them.
It's expensive though.
Yeah, it's
What do you
actually-
mean?
Like all the places to eat there are expensive.
All right. So you guys, do you
Bougie.
pick a place?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And do you want to talk about the place or type of food or what?
It was just like a Mediterranean place.
Is it at the end?
You should have
Yeah,
gone
the very end.
upstairs. That place is dope.
Man, I'm like, we're not going upstairs. I'm gonna be
No, it's like its own restaurant. It's really cool.
I'm just saying. Listen, I know you want to go upstairs to the restaurant, but I'm a ground level kind of guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Was that one?
Take the
set-
food, go outside and eat it.
All right. So
They have
it's-
like chairs and stuff out there.
So
right.
it's
I mean,
your balls off.
the place is jumping, isn't it? I mean, the place is.
Yeah, it was pretty busy.
Popping.
Is it kind of like where the new affluent person goes and Ebor's for the thugs and the kids?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of UT chicks there too, so that was nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're back in session. coming
Yeah.
up.
So you go there and you guys decide on a Mediterranean Willie.
Yeah.
So now is it the kind where you sit down and they come order, or is
No,
everything
you go
like-
get it.
Everything's like food court style.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's like
So
a
what-
bougie mall court.
So
Right.
what, so what do you get?
I don't know, like a salad.
Oh, yeah.
The Greek salad.
You get like the salad. Just,
Yeah.
What does she
Bunch
get?
of cucumbers.
She gets something more manly than you?
No, that was pretty much what you got too.
Salad?
Yeah.
All right, now I got to think. No, I'm just trying to figure I got to think those are probably 20 a salad.
They're close.
Yeah, $18.99 a salad.
Yeah.
Then you tack on a
Couple drinks.
couple drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Now do you get the drinks at the place where you get the salad?
Yeah, and then later we had a couple of drinks. They have like a bar outside set up.
Man,
Oh, do you have a Greek beer?
Now what do you get to drink for is it alcohol for the Mediterranean salad, or is it like water or some spritzer or like what? Or is it full-blown alcoholic?
It was water.
Okay.
And then we got a drink outside at the bar thing later.
Right.
Drink.
So you guys
Yeah.
eat the Mediterranean deal. Now how's it going? Like, are you saying
You take your fork and you put it in the little leaves,
No.
and then you put it in your mouth.
No. Like, what are you guys talking about? It's like, I'm a big time radio guy.
Yeah.
Like, is conversation flowing or is it
Yeah,
awkward?
no, it was
or-
flowing.
Okay.
It was flowing. Now, at this point, did you think you might get a little action on your wiener?
No.
No? Okay.
What was she wearing? Was she just had a
Because,
jug
I mean,
show?
Dan,
Yeah, what was she wearing?
As a single guy, Dan, as I'm eating my salad, I'm trying to, like, measure up my wiener pos. Aren't you?
From the first
Well,
moment.
yeah, I mean, you're always doing that.
From the first moment until she's gone. That's all that you measure.
Yeah.
It's what's my wiener
You're not
score.
worried
Yeah,
about
well,
the
of course.
temperature. You're not too worried
No.
about the.
I could even care less if she liked her Mediterranean salad.
Nope.
I don't care. It's
It's all to an
Didn't
end.
even
trying to
ask.
dial in the wiener.
Right.
That's all it is. So you guys talk now. Do you find out what she, like during lunch? Do you find out, during dinner, do you find out what her profession is?
Yes.
What is it?
She works in retail.
Retail.
what
Does
I'm
that
not
mean
going to say.
Retail and ass?
Dollar General.
Family Dollar.
Did you flash a $20 bill?
Working three. All right. So she's in retail,
Yeah.
right? All right.
What was she
So-
wearing, though? Like a dress?
Yeah, how'd your jugs look? How the jugs?
They're all right. I mean, I don't know. Average?
Right?
Was she just like all around average? She sounds like she was just average.
Correct.
She was just an average girl.
Which is what I like,
Average
but-
height.
Yeah, which
average
means
weight.
average chicks like to have,
Average sense of
hot
humor.
sex. Hot chicks, can have their pick.
Average.
Average
vag.
chicks kicked out wide
Yep.
usually. All right. So she has to try to know, like she has to ask what you do, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So what do you tell people?
Well, maybe did she already know? Probably going in.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Oh, so what did you say you did
Uh,
on the early stages of the deal?
I work for a morning radio show.
Oh, we're not.
Where I work with Jesus and God.
Well, I work with a guy who thinks he's
Yeah.
God, and his son just started today, and he's Jesus.
Yeah, that's not how you secure
technically.
first date.
Right. What? I
It's a
work for a
religion.
man who runs his own religion. It's called Klimatology.
Right.
And I'm a foreign. I'm one of the
Communism.
and I just want to let you know that I'm a foreign nanu, which is super rare. But that being said, yeah, pretty much his right hand man, Moses, in the whole deal.
Right. That's what I said. Actually.
Right.
Not bragging, but I'm
And
a
John the
foreign manu.
Baptist.
I mean, if Tyler's Jesus, what was the next important
John
guy?
the Baptist.
Yeah, John
All right,
the
you're,
Baptist.
you know what? You're John the Baptist. You're Blitz the Baptist. Is
Okay.
exactly who you are.
All right. Great.
So does
I'll
now,
use that next time.
at this point, as you're describing, what you do, does she know who I am? I'm not trying to
No.
make this about myself.
She
please.
does not.
Oh, she doesn't.
No.
She doesn't know who Bubba the Love Sponge is.
No.
Maybe we're starting to get to a generation who don't know who I am.
Yeah.
Well, there's just
Which
a lot of
is
people that don't
good.
listen to the radio.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you don't know who I am and you can't find me, then you don't know who I am. And you never have to,
Yeah, was that a negative Blitz? For
Was it
her?
a negative?
Yeah.
She didn't know who your God was.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, she was insignificant at that point, right?
Yes.
That's why he's not
So,
going out with
that's
her.
why you didn't get
Yeah. Exactly.
That's why you didn't get any
She
ass.
will never be able to understand anything if I.
That's why you didn't get any ass, because it wasn't the Bubba Army factor. You
Right.
would have thrown in a girl that knew who I was, then you would
God.
have been a little bit more of a star.
Oh my God.
And you would, true though, right?
Yeah.
Not lying.
I'm just saying, you get a girl who doesn't know me, she thinks you're a jobber.
Yeah.
You get a chick who does know me, she thinks that, you're pretty cool. She probably knows who you
Super
are.
impressed.
Yeah, and she's like, man, I listened to the show, and I've heard that he's got a big wiener. I'm going to find out first of all.
Yep. There would have been the third salad
You don't
involved.
think that there's some women involved that listen? You don't think Country Girl 92 really wants to know if Blitz is hung or not?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
You don't
I
think
want to
Scout-
know.
You don't think Scout and Big Gulp really want to know? You don't think Ocala Farrah Fawcett? She could get a black eye overthinking it, but wants to think about Blitz's 11 and a half incher.
Oh,
Of
yeah.
course.
Of course. You don't think Heather Wiz thinks about
They
it.
have to, because I
Yeah.
ponder it.
Yeah, I don't even
So
want
do
During
I.
surgery.
So do I, Dan.
Yeah, I'm off. Yeah,
I
I've seen
wonder.
it. I've seen it one time, but I saw it when he was heavier. So
You saw it in a picture or in,
Can't
yeah,
even imagine it now.
no, he showed it to me.
in real life?
I asked. No, not
No,
real.
it's a picture.
Oh, it's a
No,
picture.
not in real
Okay.
life. I go, Blitz, you got a bunch of D pics of me. So
Oh yeah, that's the day you were all bummed out.
Just lay it
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
cheese.
So,
Just lay it
I'm
on the
like-
cheese.
We had to even up on the deal.
and I'm like, so, you need to, you know what my wiener looks like. Because you've
Right.
seen some of my naughty pictures.
Yep.
And so I don't know how to have a way to get into your naughty picture deal, but you got into mine.
Mm-hmm.
So not that it's even close to being the same because you've seen all kinds of stupid stuff.
Right.
But let me see a picture of your ween right now so I can at least
And
say
I said, okay.
So and I go, so I can at least say that I've seen your ween
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
You can't,
We had to be even.
So he went and through his little pictures and he found one. I was like, holy, for real? He's like, yeah.
Was that like 20 pounds ago?
Yeah, and that was like 20 pounds ago. They say for every, I don't know, Dan, what's the medical equation? Like every 20 pounds, you get a half an inch or something like that?
They say it helps a little bit
Right.
like that. Sure, it does help, though. I mean, definitely, if you're heavy, it hides.
Yeah, you can
Right.
get like
You
a
got
little
your
fat
pubic
pad.
fat
yeah,
pad.
fat pad.
it does help.
It does
Yeah.
help. There's
Yes.
no question about it. So,
So-
is there could be only one.
So anyway, going back to the date. Nice shirt, by the way, Blitz. I got my Nash Brothers
Yeah,
shirt
me
on,
too.
Is that why you're crossing your arms?
By the way, Bubba Army merch.com. We don't have these up yet, but we're getting them up soon. The Nash Brother. You can get a Nash Brothers shirt as well.
Like
So
it fits well.
you guys get done with your salad. You have a drink.
Mm-hmm.
Then where does it go? Like, okay, see you later. Like that seems like kind of like, are you wanting to wing out?
No, I was kind of wanting to leave.
Oh, for real?
The conversation was that bad?
No, I
You
knew
weren't wanting to
I knew it
wait.
was going nowhere. I still had fun, but
You could tell it was a dead end.
yeah.
I could
On my
not-
part, not on hers.
I
She
could
wanted to keep
not
going.
ever say that I had fun. If I went to dinner, I had a drink. I'm a buck. What are you, $1.20 in the whole deal?
No,
I mean, what?
Probably like 60, 70 bucks.
if even, yeah, about
right,
that.
And she's into you.
Yeah, she was.
70
And
in,
29.
$70 in. She's into you.
Yep.
And you're not into her.
Right.
And so all you got is a gut.
I'm
full-
picky. Sorry.
Yeah, but like picky.
You got a lot of
Hold on.
self-esteem.
But
I
hold
do.
on. But picky is one thing, and just getting the ween taken care of for the night is another thing.
Okay.
So, like, do you think if you would have played it differently, you could have gotten some ween action?
Probably not that night, but maybe.
All right. Well, then you try to get the ween action.
Oh,
and you
I thought you were denying the ween action. Like you had a chance, and you're like, nah. I'm
No,
just
he's just
like, I'd
gauging if
rather
he
just
could get
go
it.
home.
Yeah. I mean, if I would have tried, maybe.
Yeah, that's how disgusted you were on the whole deal?
I wasn't into it.
Oh.
Were you attracted to her physically?
Yeah.
Just not mentally?
Yep.
Yeah, whatever.
Bubba doesn't even understand what that means.
What? There's a
Boy, she hot with big jobs.
Hold on, that's an equation that exists.
Yeah.
Apparently it does,
I can't even comprehend that. It'd be like
I'm confused.
me trying to talk Swahili or something like that.
Bubba.
I couldn't even figure it out.
That makes no sense.
I mean, I'm attracted to her physically, but I don't want to sleep with her because I'm not attracted to her, spiritually or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, phew. See, that's completely opposite of what I'm looking for. I'm looking for
The
somebody
dumber the better.
that I'm not very attracted to spiritually, but just wants to, just take my ween around the farm
Right.
all the time. So anyway, Blitz, I guess at the end of the day, you say goodbye. She said, "Now, what? Do you walk her to her car?"
Yes. She was parked in the parking lot out
Right,
back.
right. And so do you?
Give a hug goodbye.
Do
And
you like
Yeah.
what kind of car does she got? Nice car, or she got Gus?
No, it was a regular,
Gus.
I don't know. It was like not an old Volkswagen, but 6, 7, 8-year-old
Like a
Volkswagen.
Passat or something like
Yeah,
that.
Jetta, I think.
Yeah.
How do you end it with her? Like to say I'm gonna go home?
The half hug.
Do you
Yeah.
make out?
One-arm hug.
Did you make out?
No, nothing.
Nothing.
No, I didn't even try.
So at that point, she pulls off. What do you think now? Has she texted
Oh, here's
you?
the best part of it. She pulled off. I go back over to Armature for about another 45 minutes. And here's the best part. As I'm walking by, some guy's like, "Hey, are you Blitz?"
Yeah, well,
no way.
Yeah.
So you hooked up with him.
So
So that's where the weed went. What say you, Dan?
About what?
Getting vaccinated.
Again, I think it's a personal decision.
Not me, just the rest of the world.
I'm telling the rest of the world.
Like my son.
Okay.
Like for instance,
again,
Tyler.
you have to balance your risk versus the benefit. And so if you're 85 years old.
Yeah, I want to know the demographic.
Tyler, I know you're editing the Stormy Daniels video, but I want you to listen right now. Please.
Take a break.
Take a break. Listen to this.
If you're over 65, I don't think it's a very difficult decision. I think getting the vaccine makes sense.
What if you're 19?
I think if you're 19, it makes zero sense unless you have the associated comorbidities. And the comorbidities, number one is obesity.
Tyler's a little fat.
Number two.
He's not obese, though.
Number two
I'm
is
just saying he's a little
diabetes. Diabetes.
Okay, you ain't got that.
Number three, you're going to be really, really, really impressed by this one. Number three. Anxiety.
Oh, he's got all. He's look who his dad is.
Anxiety is a specific risk factor for COVID now.
What?
Anxiety. Yes, it's the third biggest risk factor for COVID.
Tyler's got anxiety. He has to live with me. Poor guy.
Well, just because like your cortisol levels are higher.
guess.
He doesn't know
I
what
guess.
dad he's getting every day. That's anxiety.
And
Poor
the
kid
fourth is heart
chooses.
disease.
Poor kid chooses nails down to zero, knowing I'm coming home. What type of dad he's gonna get. And then the other one's heart disease.
So he's 2 for 4.
Yeah, he's my son's 50% risk, plus his girlfriend's mom. Dan, listen to this. His girlfriend's mom just had brain surgery about a year ago.
Oh my God.
I'm talking about cut the skull, pull the face down, brain tumor.
Right.
Like it was very brain to hurt, and it was
What kind was it? Meningioma?
I don't know, but it was very, very like.
They get it all?
It was they got. Yeah, she's doing. By the way, her hair's grown back. Like
Good.
you couldn't even tell if she didn't show where the scar was. Like it looks perfect.
It was concentrated just in that one area, and they got it.
They got it all.
Okay.
She looks. She's crazy as hell, like what we all are.
Yeah,
But
who
like,
isn't?
but Dan, they're like the whole family's concerned. Like she has to not get COVID because of her immune system with this brain surgery deal. So what I'm saying is, and Tyler is around her and her daughter. So don't you think it would be best for him to get the vaccine so that he couldn't possibly be a person that would get it and give it to her?
Well, he
Yeah,
can
but
still
she
get
had
it,
brain
though.
surgery. First of all, she had brain surgery, which doesn't make you a specific risk. Number two, the whole point about the reason I'm saying is if one person in the household's vaccinated, probably the entire household should be vaccinated because that one person is vaccinated can bring home the virus, not know that they have it, shed it, and spread it to the whole family.
Right. So what he's saying is Tyler should not get it because if he gets a vaccine
And she's not vaccinated.
Hold
Right.
on. She's getting vaccinated. Her and her husband are getting vaccinated
But they
today.
are not.
Okay.
Today.
Yet. Okay.
They're getting vaccinated today.
And the daughter, too.
Then what do they care about whether or not he's vaccinated?
Well, because if he would not be vaccinated,
Right.
then I don't know, Dan.
See,
I know
he's
I'm
not a
getting a
risk to them.
goddamn
Well, if
vaccination.
he's over a lot,
He's
if
not
he's
a risk.
over a
He's not a
lot.
risk to them.
I think she's
Dan,
saying that
I
he's
need
over a
you-
lot.
I need you to say he needs to get a vaccination because we've already laid that law down and already made
Bubba,
it.
And he's sitting there listening.
You should not get a vaccine today. How many times do I have to tell you that? Medically, you should not get a vaccine today. If you had
Dan's getting
COVID 3 weeks ago, don't get a freaking vaccine.
Dan Rage.
I didn't have I didn't have COVID.
Yes, you did. You had a positive test. One positive faint test counts as a positive test, okay? You were sick as you know what. You got sick for a week plus. You were miserable as you know what. And even the CDC agrees with me.
I yelled at you.
Don't get a vaccine within 3 months of the virus. Don't be a fool. That's the right answer. Tell your mom. Read the CDC. You want to follow the science, Ma? Look at the CDC. I'm not allowed to get it.
You tell Janie Cakes right now. You just cut it
call her
down.
ass up.
Let's call her ass up
She's
right
not,
now.
do it.
She's not up right now.
She's
She's
up
not
to
up.
one.
She's not
She's
up.
on sweet pills.
Oh,
She's on more pills than me.
But if you want me to
But
talk
hold
to her,
on.
Bubba, in a very calm fashion,
Or
I'd be
my
happy to talk to her.
sister.
Or I'll talk to any of her. Call your sister now. I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm,
not
saying
calling
like,
my sister.
I'll talk
no
to
way.
anybody.
That's like
if
you
like.
calling Steve. Why would I wish that upon myself?
Steve's trying to shame me into it. He and Tara should get together
Hello?
and shame each other.
Steve's trying to shame you into it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
but
can
you're a
suck
doctor.
it.
I'm just a white, dumb, just dumb.
Did he get it already?
Hello?
Steve got the disease.
No,
Hello?
but did he get the vaccine?
No.
Hello, you're on the air quickly. So, me and Tyler shouldn't get it? Or should he get it and I not get it?
I don't think either of you need to get it right now. And if you want to get it, Bubba, in 2 months, that's fine. God bless you. but doing it beforehand is contraindicated.
Man, I had all plans of going today at 1 o'clock, getting stuck with a needle.
I did.
I'm not telling anyone.
I even
they
had the
should or
Johnson
should
&
not.
Johnson one lined up.
I've been looking for days. Finally found the place that had it.
Johnson & Johnson's one stick Willie. I was able to tell Janie Cakes, Tara, and Brenda I got the vaccination.
It's right by
And the, whole
Golden Corral.
Johnson, and the whole Johnson & Johnson thing, like they say, it's not as effective as the other two, but the other two seem to be petering out after 6 months.
So
and
That's why they
Johnson
need
&
a
Johnson's
third.
not.
So, Danny, you are saying if I do get it, you want me to get the Johnson & Johnson?
Yeah, get
I
the least
believe so,
effective
yes.
one,
Get
please.
the least effective one. It's the longest. It's got the longest effectiveness, though. It's the least effective, but for the
longest, least effective one.
Yeah.
It's
and you only
also
get
not
one
an
shot.
mRNA. It's not an mRNA.
It's
I'm not a
regular Willie.
It's a regular Willie.
Someone's calling on the hotline.
Uh-oh.
It's probably my sister.
Oh.
Hello?
Yo, dumbass, I never told you to get the vaccine. I'm not going to let you dumb. You're
Hey.
not diming me out like that's BS. Mom has told you.
Now,
I
hold
have
on.
not said-
Would you
I
not
have not
agree?
said-
All right. Okay. I may have not been so truthful when I said that, hold on.
Jackass.
When I said
Wait,
I don't want to call my sister.
I don't want to call my sister. I didn't want her to call me either.
I love
Hey,
you, Tara.
fathead, when's the last time I said anything to you about a vaccine ever?
Never. You've never. But but
Exactly.
you know, Tara. You know my mom. You know, Mom
Yes.
is wearing me out. She's.
Well, if I agree with Dan. You shouldn't get it until probably 2 months from now. I mean, regardless of if you get it or you didn't, you did have COVID a couple weeks ago. I'm pretty sure that you need to listen to Dan. And then after that window, maybe entertain getting it. But I have never pushed it on you.
All right,
Ever.
you're right. I just thought I'd throw you in there. Made it sound better, okay? I didn't know you were listening, okay? I do things different. When I know somebody is listening, I change my story up a little bit. Come on now.
Yeah, well, you might want to keep on point there, idiot, because I listen every day.
Oh, okay. Well, I love you.
I love you, Tara.
I love you a
I
lot.
love you
See you
guys.
tomorrow.
See you,
I
Tara.
love you guys.
I love
Bye,
you.
guys.
You know, it'd be fun if we all went to a rodeo.
What?
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No, I
Like
think we all-
Yellowstone?
And we
What
dress
the
up as
here's-
cowboys.
here's-
I don't have to dress up like anything.
Dan,
I just
let's
want to
go
go
to a
to a
rodeo.
rodeo. I don't.
Dan, I can make it simpler, but
Can I have
but
mimosas?
I can
Mimosas
keep
there?
it simpler, but
Mimosas?
still keep your idea. You ready?
Yes.
We all just go to the roundup one night.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like
was with there the other night.
we take like Dan, we get like
Well, the Dallas Bull.
well yeah whatever one. What's the one out? What's the best one?
The Dallas Bull.
Yeah, Dallas Bull.
But-
And we all have to dress up like cowboys.
Yeah.
Like
Do
we
they have
have
mimosas?
like we have to be like Lummy, send me a picture right now of like a cowgirl. Like a girl that goes to a country bar.
But
You know, like
What
hey,
about
Dan.
brunch?
I think
Dan,
you're
Can we do
smart enough to
brunch?
pull
Dan.
off Country Girl Bar.
Dan, don't you know like the girl that has a crush on Jesse?
Right.
That cowgirl?
Or her friend.
Well, no, like just being dressed like her.
Yes.
Like a cowgirl.
Right.
And now Anna, we're
can pull that
we're
off.
gonna have to dress up like cowboys.
Yeah, I can
we're gonna
pull that
have
off.
to have boots and jeans and a belt buckle and a hat.
Jesus.
Now,
you need
here's
like
where
sequin jeans.
but
and
here's
stuff.
where we get into it.
Yeah.
Blitz, we need somebody or Anna or Lummy or somebody to see if we can get a hold of a Western wear place.
Right.
To see if we can get it sponsored.
I was just thinking, I'm not buying all that stuff to use once.
I know. We'll get it sponsored. And
There's like Casinos. Do they sell Western
Well,
stuff?
there's a Western one down on Del Maybury, right up the street.
Have to rent
now,
clothes?
Dan,
Yeah,
I
or
got
we could just rent a horse costume for you.
Lummy,
Or a
Yeah,
horse.
I'll
Lummy,
wear that.
Lummy. Did you send this to me?
Yes.
Did you send this to me? Did you send this image to me?
Yes.
Come here.
Are you gonna hit him or hug him? Are you gonna hit him or hug him?
Oh, he's getting a bat. He's getting two bats. He has two bats.
Get over here. Come on. Hurry up. Ow, that's a hard bat. Ow.
Jesus.
Go sit down.
He had two bats. He used one.
What was the mistake here?
Because that's not how Anna's gonna go. That's not
okay,
how.
okay.
That's not how
Yeah, I'm
most
also gonna
girls
dance on a platform.
That's not how most girls go to a country bar.
No?
No.
Oh, I'm not going.
Blitz,
Actually,
come-
that
everybody
is the
stop.
majority
Everybody
of
stop with it. You know exactly what I wanted.
Of course.
I wanted a
Look at the
girl-
girls in the background.
Okay, then find me a goddamn picture of those. Don't give
Am
me
I the
this
girl in
one.
brown?
Yeah, you might be this girl. So send me that one.
Yeah, you look just like her.
Oh man.
Stop trying to counter program. I want a picture of a girl that goes to a country bar, not a girl that's in a Daisy Dukes and cowboy boots contest.
And doing
That's what
Coyote
this
Ugly
is.
dance.
Yeah, Coyote Ugly.
Now,
On
would
a
you not
platform.
agree? I'm going somewhere with a piece of programming. And when you
trying to counter program, that's what I
you were
typed
just
in.
trying to, then be smart enough to find something else to know that that's not what I need. That's not what Anna's going to go like. I'm trying to represent what we're going to go in this idea that I have, Lummy. Be smart enough and know you knew what that was going to do. You knew exactly what that was going to do. That's why I hit you so hard.
You did hit me.
Do you know why? Because you're trying to dog her because you know she can't pull that off. So you're going to send that. No, I'm sticking up for you, Anna.
Yeah.
Anna, I'm sticking up for you.
I feel like
Subconsciously?
You could pull it off, but you're not
gonna do. Right there, you go.
So
Thank
why?
you.
So why?
I love you, Bubba.
So why put a picture up there that you're not gonna do?
And just tease
And then
everyone.
just tease and tease. Oh, Anna, reason why you can't wear that top is because you ain't got nothing to hold it up. Oh my God,
That is
Anna, your
true.
ass is too big for those shorts.
That is
no,
also true.
I don't want to do that.
Your hair's balding. You can't pull that hair off.
Yeah. So, like,
Wear
why
that
not
hat.
just show me of a regular girl that goes to a goddamn regular country bar that has a pair of jeans on with a roper shirt, her hair back in the back with some cowboy boots and a cowboy hat? I got to think that there's 5 million of those images if numbnuts over there could find it.
Did you call
So
the-
he sent something over that was going to get us into a path or a conversation about dogging you out because you wouldn't. Not couldn't, but wouldn't pull that off.
Did you call that a roper shirt?
I guess it's what I
Is
don't
that what they're
know.
called?
I think
Roper
so.
shirt with the little like the piping?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know. Lummy has not sent me an image. I've been now flipping out, buying time, trying to get images, but nobody seems to be able to get me an image.
Well, most of them have shorts on, and I'm trying to find the shorts.
I can do shorts.
I'm going to absolutely kill you.
I'm not trying. I'm trying to find.
Hold on. Girl,
I put girl
in-
country bar.
cow, girl, outfit. Let's just see what comes up. If it literally takes as long as you. Well, this is little girl. I mean, this is.
Oh, well, that's
I'm
not
not
where
looking
we're
for
going.
little girl, but you put woman. Let me don't you dare send me an image now because it all doesn't
I already
matter.
sent it. Like
Yeah. Well, you're stupid because I have to do things myself. I'll just have to do things. Oh, see, like right here. You're gonna
You
try to
stop it
tell me.
yourself.
Hold on. You're gonna try to tell me. And by the way, I just now typed in
Oh,
woman,
wow. 400 of them.
woman in, and it comes right up. So let me. Are you drunk? Are you stupid?
you said at a bar. You said at a bar. That's not a bar.
Well, where do you think she's going? To Publix?
I've been to more country bars than anyone in here.
Whatever,
I've never
Lummy.
seen a girl like that at a country bar.
Just whatever. Just whatever, Lummy. Everybody can stick up for Lummy now, but stop. I'm already pissed at him. Like Anna. Oh, I don't know about all the feather stuff and stuff like that. But Lummy, I was
like a big thick ponytail, the right shirt, some Wrangler jeans, and some boots and a hat, and you're good.
like right here, right here.
Oh, I don't know. Okay.
And Anna, I didn't know this girl had tremendous cleavage, and you don't have that.
Yeah,
okay?
no, I can't do
but
that.
But maybe this right here. Hold on.
Let's see.
Maybe something like this.
There you go.
See, that's country bar.
Okay. Yeah.
Baby doll dress, old jeans, some boots.
Oh, right here, Anna. This might be cute as hell. Look, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah, she cute.
Look.
Yeah, I can do that.
Lummy, isn't it amazing that I and
yeah, but
just
you don't
run,
see
run,
the legs. I went to country girl at a country bar, and you're in Pinterest.
like Anna, look
I
at
can do
this.
that. I can do that.
That's a cowgirl.
Yeah, that's cowgirl.
That's
That's
goddamn
me.
cowgirl.
That's me
Oh,
all day.
Now, this is not a suggesting for you. This is for me, Dan, and Blitz to flip out. Hold
Okay.
on, stand by. Look at this. Oh, Danny. Would you let that cowgirl jump on your trunk? Look at that.
Those are shorts.
Yeehaw.
Lummy, you're out of the. In fact, your mic's turned off. Your mic's completely turned off, buddy. We're going to guess what day she may have had them on, based on just the aura that she emits.
Yep.
Right, Anna? That's what we were all going to
Yes.
do. Like, and you obviously know the day.
I know the day.
Between last Tuesday
Maybe
and
it's today. Who
today.
knows? Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. And I'm just early on, I think it was Thursday.
Yep, 7:29.
Mm-hmm. She just had a little something extra that day, but we'll find out tomorrow. Now, Anna, we're opening the show up with that.
I know you are.
Now, would it be inappropriate if I asked you if you brought them laundered? Like, I mean, if you could, because we could
want
say,
me
like,
to
well,
bring
these,
them?
well, I mean, you could show the cameras, these are what I was wearing when we're talking about the panties that I wore in this past week. Here are the panties that that are in play, and you just show them.
Okay.
Okay, I mean, like,
Yeah, I can do
didn't
that.
say we're gonna sniff them or anything like that.
Okay.
No sniffing.
Can if you want to.
No. Hold on. What'd you say?
Said you can if you want to.
We can sniff them.
Sure.
Well, I don't think that's a problem within the HR workplace if a woman says you
Especially
can.
since you're the head of the HR department.
Well, I'm just saying, like, Dan, you own a business too, and if one of your nurses go, I just want to let you know you can sniff my panties.
Yeah, that hasn't happened in my
I
office.
know it
but
hasn't happened in your office, but if it did happen, I don't think I think you're covered.
Yeah, I'm covered. I brought my panties. Anyone want to sniff them?
No.
Okay.
We're all quite disturbed by your panties because it's about the nicest ass I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's shocking.
Man or woman. Out of all the women I've ever been with, there may only be one that had that nice of an ass. I mean, we don't need to disclose any names. But in all the years of me frolicking around, and I like nice little petite asses, like that's kind of my thing. You had as nice of an ass of any woman I've ever seen.
Well, thank you.
You don't like a donk, do you?
I kind of am getting a little bit into the donks.
But you kind of just like a little bubble butt.
Like a little athletic bubble butt.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean, like, not that I'm Mr. Johnny Fitness and I can make all these demands
No,
nowadays.
we're just talking about preferences.
Like
But I mean-
similar to a volleyball player.
Like Blitz, even you, biggest dick of all, said Dan's ass is popping. Like, Dan, your ass pops. Your ass. Does your wife get mad because you got a nicer ass than her?
No.
Do you?
Sorry.
Do you have a nicer ass than your wife?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were mad at me. I thought you were mad at me for the other way. I'm sorry. So you do have. Hold on, Dan. You're saying
out of all the Diaco wives, Dan's is the nicest.
You're saying, no, out of all the entire. Do you have a nicer ass than Krista?
Yeah.
Do you have
so.
a nicer ass than Candle?
She's got a pretty nice butt.
Candle does.
Yeah.
So well. That's good to know. You and her usually are at it. Are a little bit combative, but I mean, it'll get back to her today that you at least conceded the ass on her. Meaning, like, she's got a nicer ass.
Ass recognizes ass.
Ass knows ass.
But you're saying that your ass is nicer than your wife's ass.
Yeah.
Does she know this?
No,
She does
she does
now.
No, does she listen to the show?
Yeah.
That's the problem. She needs to not listen. Oh, Donnie, so I was listening to the show today, right? You say your ass is nicer than mine. Well, then guess what? You don't need this ass then anymore, then do you?
Bye-bye.
Have sex with your own ass, Donnie. Since your ass is so nice and you like your ass so much, you will not be seeing my ass ever again.
I'll have to call
My
Lummy.
is going to the carriage house.
Call Lummy for some ideas.
So you think that she now when your wife asks you why you said that on the radio, here's the problem. I get blamed for it. That's why she hates me so much.
Right.
Because Dan will say, "Oh, Romina, it's just showbiz," and Bubba tells me to act that way.
Bubba begged me to come in today and show him my ass.
Bubba, we even had a little meeting before, and Bubba said, when I throw up the ass deal, make sure you say yours is nicer than Romina. We all know Romina, I can trust you. Right? Please listen to me. Hold on. Romina, I never tell Dan to say anything. It's all on his own.
Solo 42018-1500 bits.
Actually, Romina, we had a meeting, and I said, you better put your wife's ass over when I set you up for the deal. And Dan goes, oh, not too bad. My ass always wins. Only second to Candle.
Yeah, there's no ties.
Do you get heat, though, Dan? Like, will you get heat on the deal? Will she
Yeah, I'm
ask
sure I
you?
will.
Well, and how will it go?
I'll just blow it off.
No, I mean, Danny, this is my most funnest time is when we play Romina and Dan. That's my favorite deal. Like, what was she? And you play both characters. What will she say? First of all, you got to do imitator. You got to imitate her.
Oh, I can't
Dan,
imitate
you
her.
look for. I mean, you've
I'm trying to.
been married to her for 15 years. How you can't imitate her?
Oh, Donnie, you think Condo's ass is better than mine?
Dan, you've kind of flipped into yourself there.
Okay.
Oh, Don, can I play her, please?
Please.
Oh, Donnie, I hear you on to radio today, and you say not only is Kendall's ass nicer than mine, but your ass is nicer than mine. And Bubba even said your ass is nicer than your wife's, and you said yes. Oh, Donnie, why would you say that?
Well, a bronze medal's good. I mean, you get the bronze.
Oh, Donnie. Oh, Donnie. No, I have the gold ass of this family, Donnie. And if you want to see it ever again, you will tell me it's the gold ass, Donnie.
Your bronze medal Willie.
Do you really get that, Steph?
Yeah, I'll say that to her. You still got the bronze, babe.
Do you give her a 4th Cheerio, though?
For that one, I will.
Poor little thing.
But not a 5th.
So anyway, now do we take our wives? Do you guys take do we invite significant others when we do Cowboy night at the Dallas Bowl, where we dress up like cowboys and cowgirls? Jay's obviously going. Dan's obviously going. I'm going. Blitz is going. Anna's going. Lummy's going. I said Jay, right?
Yes.
Do we bring in like a Brian Petroni? Can you
I'd like to see him dressed like a
he
cowboy.
Look like a cowboy. Do we bring a Romina? Do we bring a candle? Do we bring
Ashley and
Ashley? But I don't think Ashley will be. Lummy, what are you writing right now?
The names of the people coming.
Oh, okay. I thought you were doodling over there. I'm sorry.
I was just writing down everyone you were saying.
Now, Lummy, I did have a friend that texted me, and please know that I'm not mad at you, okay?
Okay.
And I know
News to Lummy.
Yeah, that but I just this guy's like, I don't ever really try to tattletale or tell you what's going on in chat, but they're really, really mad at you right now about the way you reprimanded Lummy. And the general consensus is that Lummy did good, and I can't handle somebody else getting attention.
No, that was one.
Oh,
I saw
no,
one
Lummy, that's not
person.
good. That's
Lummy,
not good.
why did you write that?
Lummy, that's not good for you now. That's going to make it worse for you.
you're so over.
No, but I'm just like saying, really?
Oh, no.
Like, really? I can't. Lummy did good,
Oh, no.
and I can't handle the attention being on somebody else.
I want to know who sent you that, because whoever that was just made it worse for Lummy.
But hold on, Blitz. Did that happen? Was that was that message? Was that the undertone? Were people saying that? Be honest.
No, they didn't like what you were doing, but they weren't saying that.
It was one person that wrote that in there, and then everyone else said no, and they just said that some girls dress like that, and that was about it.
So like it's like, am I not allowed according to chat? Because when I get a guy over, like, Lummy, here's what people don't understand, and I'm not trying to make I am the most humblest when it comes to making sure my cast is over. Like, I am the most gracious.
You are gracious.
There's a lot of radio. Howard doesn't allow his people to have their own T-shirts. To like the whole hierarchy on how things go here is that yes, I have to be in charge. It is my show, but I very much take a step back and try to put my people over.
You do, and you're real good about that.
But like then you get a guy over so hard that he becomes like, this is what I don't understand in this chat world, is that this person becomes never can make a mistake, is never wrong, and if you if you do any type of correction or anything, then you're the bad guy.
I just wish people that like knew you would realize that when they send you something to make something better, it makes it worse. They're not doing any good by doing that.
I get made fun of a lot in
Bubba
chat.
is just upset because he isn't over like Lummy. Like, do you not understand the dynamic of the show? That I want Lummy to be so. I'm the one that put Lummy over.
Bubba, your brilliance
I'm the one that does the job.
Your brilliance is putting people over, even in an interview, just getting the best out of people and making them look their best. That is one of your great gifts.
But Blitz, the person that sent this to me, didn't embellish it, because that message did come through, and people are even saying it right now as I'm reading chat. I don't read chat a lot.
Uh-oh.
I don't read out chat a lot, but it disappoints me in the fact that, like, you don't even understand the world that we're in and the game that we're playing.
Right.
Like, it's like, I'm not jealous of anybody. If it was all about me, I'd have the strap. Nobody would have any other T-shirts. It would be I give everybody a ton of creative control around here. And I very rarely dabble in your rails show. That's your world. I let you do your stuff.
Yes.
I want you to be over.
I know you do.
And it just...
You give everyone a lot of freedom.
It just...
And a lot of props when they do well.
When people say, you just... Am I just supposed... Lummy made a mistake.
I admitted I made a mistake.
And for somebody to say, well, Lummy did okay. That's what Lummy did. He did it okay. No, he didn't do it okay. And I can handle the attention being on somebody else because the attention, I have to rudder this ship, but I don't have to be the sail and everything else.
And you give us the platform to get the attention.
Yeah, I try to put everybody over. I do. And it's like for you people to say that, I'm jealous anytime somebody gets more over than me when I'm the one that puts them over. It just pisses me off. But it just absolutely pisses me off. So Lummy, you're just allowed to, and you knew, and I was right in what I sniffed out. Blitz even agreed. Blitz, I sniffed out a little thing that he does that I don't like.
Right.
The problem is we address most of this stuff on the air, and it gets everybody involved, and then everybody has an opinion, and not everybody's opinion's the same, and then people start talking bad about being a bunch of dicks, and they don't even know what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem. So anyway, Lummy, I'm sorry if I was too heavy-handed with you.
No, I said that you
God
did,
forbid.
I said you were right and I was wrong, and that the way that you handled everything was perfect.
It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Chat can suck my... Oh yeah. Okay. I just can't wait for us to get some panty action tomorrow. Maybe that's why we're all tense. That's because we don't know tomorrow's the big panty reveal.
I'll bring him in. It'll calm everyone down. Or upset you more. I don't know. We'll see.
Freshly laundered or non-laundered?
Laundered, of course.
Yeah, okay, just a simple question.
Maybe.
Wasn't trying to be Bubba Soros' thing. You know.
Yeah.
Jay calls me and says, Dan's at the T-Mobile store right now trying to get a phone. He's going to call you from Romina's number. Take his call. This is like 5:15. I done flipped out like at 2:30 when I'm trying to get a hold of Dan. Dan's last known correspondence to me was, it is an apparent suicide. The last guy that did this died. And so I'm like, Danny, I'm having bad symptoms. Should I go to the hospital? Nothing. Blitz, we do this. Okay. Yep. Danny, seriously. Danny, do I go to the hospital? Danny, please. Blitz, come on.
It's a one-letter answer.
Dan, I'm dead serious. I really got to hear back from you. Buddy, you said, what am I supposed to think, Dan, when the last two things you said was murder and suicide? Danny, are you there? Danny, I swear to God. Danny, don't make me text Steve and Jay. Dan, I'm texting Steve. Dan, oh, you son of a bitch. I swear to God, Danny. Dan, should I go to the hospital?
Oh my God, Bubba, there were like 100 people that commented on that post,
no,
and you
like
replied
450.
And you replied to all of them.
Yeah,
I know.
You were just sitting there seething, replying to them all.
So here's my mind. Okay, I'm getting worse. I'm progressively getting worse. Like I can't stop coughing. I have a fever.
Yeah, you're almost dead.
Well, no, but
your doctor told you were gonna die.
But hold on now. I was coughing bad. I could not stop coughing.
Of course.
I had a fever of 103. I couldn't. I was hearing ringing in my ears. I was like I was kind of like just all over the place.
But you could text.
And no. So I keep looking
Perfectly.
but I keep looking at my texts from my doctor at 9:08 in the morning. It's now 4:00 in the afternoon. I've gone all day, not going to the hospital, fighting this off. And Dan's last two texts for me were, "Don't be a tough guy. Stay on top of this. The last guy died. And if you don't listen or do something, it's the same as suicide." So I'm seeing that. I'm progressively getting worse. And I'm thinking, I got to get a hold of Danny because I really think I should go to the hospital right now.
Now, you know that this is like out of character for Dan not to get back to you. Were you ever I'm assuming you were never worried about Dan? Like, maybe something happened to him?
Left it. Plane went down. Got in a car accident.
Like, what if he died and you're just calling him Dr. Dumbass?
Well, first of all, So then I'm like, okay,
So that's enough.
I'm not gonna get a hold of Steve or Jay because that's
Facebook, obviously.
That's the next level of heat.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I get
Better
Steve
get
and
everyone
Jay
else involved.
Steve immediately is gonna just start yelling at Dan, telling him how stupid he is. That's just the way Steve is. He just starts yelling, then he starts trying to figure it out. But he initially gives you an ass chewing. Does he not, Dan?
I got ass chewed. But Bubba, so you thought that it would be better for me for you to just go off on me on Facebook than just to call Steve?
Clearly.
Yes, because I thought that maybe one of your kids or your wife were monitoring my Facebook, and they would tell you that Bubba's flipping out, and you would get back to me. Yes, I did.
Maybe
Daddy, Bubba's mad again.
Maybe Romina saw it and just didn't want to give it to Dr. Dan and get kicked off the show.
No, but at the end of the
Why is he
day,
calling you Dr.
you guys can all you want, but guess what phone he ended up calling me back from? Romina's.
Yep.
So I was having to try to get smoke signals to her with trying not to involve Steve or Jay. So Jay calls me.
I mean, did you ever think of just texting Jay or Steve and be like, hey, I've been trying to get a hold of Dan. Is Romina's phone working? Can he call me on that? Or can I call Romina's phone?
I was on the verge of dying. I'm not thinking straight.
Okay.
I just know that
He didn't have time to make a text. He had to respond to all those people on Facebook.
Thousands.
There's 400 replies on Facebook he had to do.
My best friend and doctor, who never makes me wait more than a minute, is now freezing me out for 9 hours. 9, and I'm progressively getting worse. And the last 2 things he said to me was I was going to die and suicide.
Oh, I know, because you were screenshotting them, posting them.
So I flip out and just say some stuff on Facebook that I had to quickly take down before Dan could read. And so Jay calls me and says, listen, Danny just got your message. Oh, my God. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I think I'm okay. Should I go to the hospital? No. Don't go to the hospital. Dan's going to call you from Romina's phone right now. Hang tight. Then Steve calls me. Has Danny called you yet? No, he hasn't called me yet. Well, he's going to be calling me. I just ripped him a new ass. That's ridiculous. He's so very sorry. Then I'm like, well, Steve, now I feel bad because I think I'm okay. But the last 2 texts that he sent, hold on, let me send you and Jay the last 2 texts that he sent me.
He's like, I already saw him.
So that you guys can see how flipped out I am. Okay, got it. You got him? Oh, yeah, that's bad. He should have never said that to you. So I'm automatically building my defense while I have Steve on the phone.
Who
Right, getting them all lined up in your team.
Did they see it on Facebook, or were they alerted by someone else?
They didn't see it on Facebook because had they seen it, whoever saw it on Facebook wouldn't be in my favor.
No.
The only reason why Dan hasn't put.
Well, how did Steve and Jay learn about it?
Yeah.
I think I finally.
So in the end, you went ahead and contacted them anyway.
But hold on. After Facebook didn't work, then I went. Okay, just
Facebook
so I
was
had
a dead end.
Hey, just because I had him ass backwards, I should have gone Jay Steve and then Facebook. Instead, I went Facebook Jay Steve. At the end of the day, I just chose wrongly. I just put him in wrong order.
Oh, it's just the wrong order. Okay,
he
I
was
got
very
you.
sick.
So, but then hold on.
I should have been curious when all the people on the plane were looking at their Facebook and laughing.
Well, hold on.
When the Wi-Fi was so
That's
slow
why
you
Miguel
couldn't
didn't
connect on
like
your
you.
watch.
But Danny will tell you that I reached out to every one of them and I apologize for the way I said I should have never spoke that way. You guys are my brothers, and in the heat of battle, we say stuff. I am so sorry. I apologize. I am so sorry, and I will publicly apologize on how I spoke to you guys. Did I not say that,
You
Danny?
did, and you apologized profusely, and we kissed and made up immediately.
Right.
And now I have a get out of jail free card.
And then Dan checked my prostate. So, I mean, we're good. That's how it went.
He fish hooked your back end?
Yeah.
Dan fish hooked my ass. I am so sorry.
That's cool.
I like to formally say I was sorry. I'm very hot-blooded. And, you're one of my very dearest friends. And when you said I was going to die, and I just was, I really didn't want to die, Danny.
I know you didn't want to die, but again, for some reason, it seems that if I don't have that little stiffness, people don't take it seriously. And
well, you got stiff, and then I had to out-stiff you.
Yeah, but it worked though because you got the medication in time. It did exactly what I wanted to accomplish.
And my sister's
Sorry
the
that
one that
everyone
drove
got
all
pissed
around.
off in the process. But you know what? When it comes to life or death, I really give a flying F about whose feelings get hurt on the way. And so, bottom line is. You're here today. We're laughing about it, and F everybody that has a problem with it.
Yeah, well, thank you for accepting my apology.
No
I
problem.
was very
bro.
not
no
cool.
problem. I'm
I
here
would
for
even.
you.
I know, but I was even going to the comment section saying, "You're damn right, he's a douchebag."
When you were reading that, were you like, yeah, he is?
No, but then, so soon as Dan finally gets a hold of me, finally gets it called in to the right place. See, he called it in originally, but they didn't have any. So once I finally got it all handled, and Dan, I was like, you know what? I better go take that Facebook thing down because that's not going to be it. Because I mean, if anybody reads it. So now, Dan, it's just a big urban legend as to what this really is. You've never seen it. I don't think anybody saved it.
No, I didn't.
I'm so mad I didn't screenshot it.
Please, Bubba Army.
Did you have like 750 comments or something like that?
Thousands of comments.
Yeah, if you screenshot it, do not email it to show@thebubbaarmy.com. Please don't do that.
For real.
No, I'm telling people not to do that.
No, like Blitz. I'm turning your effing mic off right now, Blitz. Like, for real, please do not do that. Like, for real. Blitz is being a dick saying, when Blitz says don't do it, he's asking you guys to do it. Like, I'm for real as your God. Please asking you, do not. Just please. Like, I don't ask a lot. Please. I don't ask a lot. Please do not. I don't want Dan reading that. Please.
Bubba, you just put it in chat. Show@thebubbaarmy.com.
What do you mean?
There's your screen name. Just put our email up.
Right after this break is usually when we start our Anna news.
And when everyone takes a nap.
I thought you were going to say nap time.
Yeah, basically.
Nap time.
Not that it was my idea, but it's fine.
And I have your OJ thing ready to go, too, if you'd like to refer to that. Jay is in the big seat now. Jay has said that he's potentially interested in doing when we hit our millionth download on podcast, we're going to go all dress up as cowboys and cowgirls and go to the Dallas Bowl one night. We'll be taping it, using it for content.
That's the one time I'll be able to get Candle to do anything. She'd be first in line.
She looks like a real cowgirl, though.
She used to go there as a kid. That was like her thing, you know what I mean?
Did you hear your brother say that the only Diaco that had a nicer ass than him was your wife?
No, but I would agree with that, except I put it the other way around.
You think Dan's ass is better?
Hold on.
No, my wife's...
No, that's what Dan said.
I misunderstood, yeah.
Dumbass.
Except Danny,
Dan said that
he's got to put his wife in there. Jesus, he's so...
He's a dick.
No, he said she got bronze.
She got third.
She got bronze medal.
He said, hold on, in the ranking of Diaco asses, Candle Diaco number 1, himself number 2, and his wife number 3.
He does not know how to work, does he, Jay?
He does not know how to work. I'm not going to rank them, first of all, but you got to put Krista in there.
Yes.
Jeez, Dan.
There's only...
Number 1 is my wife.
My wife.
Number 2, I've not seen Romina's ass, but I've seen Dan.
She's got a hot little bod.
But I've seen Dan and Krista's
got a great
ass.
body.
Jay, you've seen Romina's ass. You might be the only person.
Not really.
Well, like in a bathing suit. Yes, you have.
Not that you stared, but you had to have seen it.
Jay, don't try to get yourself out of trouble. You're already in the game. Let's play it.
Hold on.
I'm not in
It's dirty. The game's dirty.
All I can say is Danny rated it horribly wrong.
The difference is Jay knows how to work.
Women.
Dan doesn't.
Yeah. You can't ever rate
Jay,
yourself among the women. Above your wife. You know what?
Jay,
I'll rate myself above Candle. But he did.
Jay comes in here and goes, my wife has the best ass, and I have no idea what any other chick's asses look like.
That's
And then I'm going to call him out. And I'm going to call him out and say, agreed, Candle's number 1 on the ass.
Yes, I agree.
But I'm not agreeing with the fact that you're not familiar with some asses that you say you're not.
There are no other asses, are there, Jay?
And you never put your own ass above that of your wife's ass.
I'm going to tell you right now, we have 6 asses in play. We have...
That's a dozen cheeks. A dozen cheeks.
It's a lot of butthole.
And since I have you
That's
here...
a lot of buttholes, is that what you said?
And see, I can potentially get a little bit more of an accurate ass, definition. Dan includes his ass way too high. So you got Romina, Candle, Krista, Dan, Steve, and Jay. Some of the biggest heat we get when we start ranking Diacos. I love it.
It's just the biggest heat that we get at home with Steven.
Okay. Steven, first of all, pack sand, Steve. This is my show. Shut up.
So Steve's 6.
Steve's mad because he's 6. But, Jay, I wanted to get your ranking of the Diaco asses.
Okay. Well, I would start, obviously, with my wife.
1.
And then number 2 and 3 would be either or of the other 2 wives.
But I'm not going to let you. I'm
not going to rank. I'm not going to rank them because I can't rank them. But I could just tell you this: after that, if Danny doesn't have his TikTok pants on, I don't know how he puts himself above his wife or anybody.
So you're saying 1's Candle,
I'll say once.
You've obviously never seen him in a Bubba Army thong.
2 and 3.
Like
but
we
you will
have.
if you get one.
Hold on, you're saying 2 and
No,
3
Jay-
are
Did he already do
Krista
it?
and
Hold on.
Romina.
Maybe Jay doesn't know.
No.
Dan came
He
in the
did it
studio
today.
the other day with a Bubba Army thong and showed all of us.
Hold on,
No,
Jay.
he didn't.
He pulled
Saw
his pants.
that.
He pulled
Jay,
his
look
pants
at
down
me.
and showed us.
When he got the
Jay.
belt.
Jay.
I saw his ass.
Jay.
Yeah.
Let me just
We
tell
all
you,
did.
everybody, shut up.
Jay's crying.
Jay. So one day, I think it might have been Monday.
No, it was when he came
It was
in.
either Thursday
the
or
belt.
Friday.
When he got the
it was
belt.
Thursday when he got the belt.
It was a day that he wasn't scheduled to be on the air, and he was on his way to surgery or something.
Mm-hmm.
And he was listening to the show. And he had a pair of Bubba Army girl teabacks on. And
Thongs, yeah.
the ones that we had 2 pair. We gave one to Anna and one to Dan. And so
The 2 women on the show.
I mean, arguably the 2 nicest asses at the BRN. Okay, so
That's
anyway,
true.
so we didn't really think that Dan. We thought he might wear him as a rib, but we didn't think that he would come in.
On his day off.
So he comes in and he pulls his pants down.
Not on camera, by the way.
Not on camera, but
Thank God. That's the only part of this story that I
Yeah,
can
But
I
follow.
know.
But I had him stand right beside me here, Jay, right off camera. And I'm like, and he was just yearning to show me his ass. And I go,
Yeah.
Danny, let's see. You know, he's like, I got my Bubba Army teabacks on.
He's in chat, by the way.
And so he pulls
He
him
says,
down.
I'm the ass king.
Braid Farm, John's Island, 1,500 bits.
Now, hold on, Jay. Hold on. Hear me out. So I go, so he pulls his pants down. And
I
he's
can't
got-
joke him out more than he jokes himself
Hold
out,
on.
Bubba.
But Jay, you've got to listen.
Ouch.
Jay, there's an interesting twist. Please.
It
So-
gets better?
Yes. It gets better.
Yeah.
So he pulls his pants down. And he's got these girl Bubba Army teabacks on.
Which is strange in and of itself, man.
It is, but damn it, Jay, as much as I want to clown him out, and as much as I want to say his ass was beautiful.
It was nice.
It was
Jay,
just,
Jay, it was popping.
It popped.
It was popping.
It
I mean,
popping?
Jay,
Yeah.
as much as I want to say, Jay, it effing popped.
It had nice curvature.
I mean, his ass I was like, oh my God.
Man, I could lambaste him so hard right now, but he would kill me, and I'm not going to.
Oh, Jay
oh,
knows some
Jay
stuff.
just.
I'm just gonna not say anything.
What a good brother.
So I
have
gotta be
something
honest
I could
with
just
you.
go so hard.
I gotta be
right
honest
now,
with you,
Dan.
Jay.
I can see Jay.
I have 2 words that would just make him cringe so hard, and I'm
I
just
can
not
I can
gonna
see
do
on
it.
Jay's face, his
Can you say
mind
one
is
of them?
turning so fast, and he's like, "Should I do it
Can
or
you
should
say
I
one of
not?"
the words?
Jay.
But
Jay,
no,
listen.
but it happened. I'm not even going to give up.
Jay.
Danny.
So but
Danny,
hold on.
come on, dude. You know what's up with you. You know what's up with your cheeks, buddy.
Come on.
What's up with those cheeks? What's up with those cheeks,
Hold on.
dude?
Is there a Daniel Diaco cheek gate?
I don't know.
Oh,
He's
no.
the one who showed you. I didn't say
Dan,
anything.
call in.
Did you see any scars?
Dan's fearless. He is absolutely
Oh,
fearless.
no.
Now,
Rectal prolapse,
Jay.
someone said.
Jay,
Oh, no.
What?
here's another minute.
Kayfabe, Dan.
Here's
Know what I'm saying?
Here's a-
Macamanco style. I'm not going there, buddy. Let's not go. I don't want to go
Jay,
there.
Jay
by the way, Jay, Dan hasn't said anything about you.
No,
Jay goes-
I'm not saying anything
Jay
about
You're
it.
not saying anything. You just said it.
Jay
No,
just
I
said.
just said I could joke him out so hard, but I'm not gonna.
Jay just said kayfabe, buddy. Just shut.
Like
I
Dan's
said
going at him.
Macamanco style. He knows what's up.
Now listen, Jay.
And look, he's
Listen.
no more. I don't see anything in chat.
Jay.
And I'll keep that quiet,
Here's-
Dan. By the way,
Here's the only thing, Jay, that I think that you even Dan Dan ranked Candle's ass as number 1. Like,
thank you, Dan.
so he did. and I rank Candle's ass as number 1.
I'm sure she'll be thrilled.
But I've seen Krista's ass, and I've never seen Romina's ass. And Dan has as nice of an ass as Krista. I could see where Dan would rank himself number 2 ass in the Diaco clan. I could see that.
Danny is
From what I
in
saw-
incredible shape. I was reminded this weekend what a 55-year-old looks like versus what Danny looks like. I mean,
Yeah, well,
he
look
looks
at
25.
me with my clothes off, and then look at Dan. And then, but I mean, so Blitz walks in. Now Blitz hates everything. I mean, Blitz, everything sucks. He knows everything. You
Yeah.
suck. I know it.
Blitz ran in.
and Blitz runs in and says, "You would think if Bubba says Danny's got the nicest ass ever, you would think Blitz's standard reply would be that ass sucks. It's the worst ass I've ever seen."
Well, let me just put a couple.
Hold on. Blitz popped on it and goes, "Oh my God!"
So did I.
And then
I was like, "That's better than mine." And I have a nice butt, and that was better than mine.
Anna looked at it and she's like, "Oh my God!" And here's Dan with his Bubba Army thong ass hanging out.
How far did he go down with his pants?
All the way to the
ankles.
Oh no, he did.
It looked good too. Nice curvature.
Oh
everything.
my God! I know
His
you
ass
like
is
it.
popping.
It was popping.
So
He was dreaming of getting pegged.
Oh,
well, now see, Jay, don't go there.
Well, he's like, it was popping.
He's just got a nice ass. Like,
He's talking about getting fish hooked and stuff.
There's not a guy. There's not
going off today.
No, he was talking about it earlier. I'm just saying, No,
Dan never
found
fish
it
hooked
attractive.
anybody. Dan never fish hooked anybody.
No, Lummy said he got fish hooked.
Oh. So I got to tell you, Jay, and all this nonsense that's gone down, he did roll in here. He did drop his jars, and 95% of the people that I know would get clowned, and he owned it, and we popped.
I believe that. And let me put a couple
We
of
straight
rumors.
popped.
There's no butt lift. There's no anything. No work whatsoever on his rear end. What I'm talking about is completely different. No, Danny knows what I'm talking about. But it's not. I'll put all those rumors in the chat to
So you're
to
saying
rest.
the secret that you have is Danny was. I don't even know it, but I could probably just guess. And the fact that he had maybe was a Buns of Steel contest or something like that back in the day that he may have won or not won. I don't know.
It's so rare that I have something that you don't know and that no one knows, and just Danny and I know, and it's all great. I love it.
Jayless?
He calls me Jayless, like jealous. Dan, should I go? Shall I go?
Oh, hold on. Did he call you jealous?
Yeah, he did.
He said Jayless.
Oh,
Jayless.
Hold on.
Jay is jealous.
If he fired that, did Dan fire that shot?
He did. Look,
Oh.
someone said bleached butthole.
Oh, hold on.
Is that
Hold
what
on.
it is?
And no, I'm just kidding.
Did Dan fire that shot on you,
He did.
Jay?
He did.
And you're gonna. Wow. Danny, I'd be backing it down. I'd be kayfabe and I'd be babyface and I'd be Shakespearean if Jay has,
Let's just say Shazam is a word.
Maybe Dan doesn't care.
Dan
knows exactly what that means.
Dan, are you so Dan'd out that you don't even, the Jay's little secret doesn't even scare you? Let it rip, kid. Oh, by the way, we're communicating Dan's through chat.
I know.
Anxiously waiting his response.
I gotta say, this is the best 9/11 news yet.
It is pretty good.
I like it.
It's almost over.
I like the music in the background.
Yeah, by the way,
himself the ass king.
Dr. Dan did call himself the ass king.
Yes, he
And
did.
then when I tried to let him save some face, we went into a whole Romina thing where I was like, "Oh, Donnie, you say that you have the best ass, but I was giving him opportunities, Jay, to him to say, no, honey, you have the best ass." He doubled down.
Oh, of course.
He's like, "Bitch,
It's
you got
Dan.
bronze. Sorry, I have a nicer ass than you."
No one loves Dan more than himself.
I know. That's a new shirt. Dan, I haven't seen Dan reappear since you said Shazam, Jay.
Although I do love Danny more than ever right now. He's saving everyone around me. Thank you, Danny.
But there is an ass gate story
There
on
is.
Danny.
Yep.
Maybe he had to go to
No, he
surgery.
doesn't.
So,
Butt implant, 700cc. Dan's his ass is all natural.
it's all natural, 100% natural. I could say
Of
that.
the three brothers, do you think he's got the nicest ass?
Probably.
Where's Steve's ass?
A number 3.
He's got him
I'm
a
not
little
afraid to rate us at anything. Haven't you figured that out yet? I just don't rate wives.
No, I know. I do.
I know you do.
I got
And
Candle.
Danny does, as long as he rates himself
I
above
got
the
Candle
wives.
at number. There's no way. I mean, I got Candle at 1. I can't get any heat on that.
No.
And I have Krista at 2 and Romina at 3 just because I've never seen Romina's ass. I don't know that I'll ever be in a setting where I'll get to see her ass.
You're missing out.
She hates me.
Lummy saw it
I saw it.
in her yoga pants.
Blitz, okay,
It was very
Blitz,
nice.
you've seen Romina's ass.
In
and you've seen-
clothes,
Have
yes.
you seen Krista's ass?
In clothes, yes.
And how would you rate it?
Ooh.
Blitz is a little more
man, that is-
deliberate.
Those two, it's tough.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
Especially both of them in yoga
Jay,
pants.
Jay, will you bring Candle to Barp this year, please?
Yeah, so we can
Yes,
check out her ass and rate it the next
I
day.
will absolutely bring.
Her to
we
Cowboy
will do
night.
the country. Absolutely do that. I
Cowboy
assure
night?
you.
Promise
I
me. Because I haven't
promise
seen
you.
her in so long. I feel like she's mad at me.
She's been begging me to do a country night some night, and I literally just said I just don't have the right, gear.
Because if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right.
Right.
So,
Well, she
I
does.
would love to do it, and I'll go to her store.
So she's not mad at me, is she?
No.
I didn't do anything to upset her, have I?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Because she's the least that I have contact with.
Me too. No, I'm just kidding.
Blitz, how do you rate the Sister Girls of the Diaco apps?
Ooh.
Blitz is a big Romina fan, by the way. Let's just clear the air, and you're a big Romina fan.
I am.
I'm a big Krista fan.
I'm a big Krista fan as well. She likes to steal my pictures on Instagram.
And both Anna and Blitz think Candle's nice because they came over during COVID.
Yes.
We did like mobile testing
She's
in my
very
backyard.
sweet.
I
That was
love
awesome.
Candle
We
more
did-
than anything, but
Very sweet.
I just haven't had any interaction because I feel she's mad at me.
No, she's really just, and I'm not, making fun of her, but she's really, with the whole COVID thing, she's just not out a lot.
Right.
She knows I'm double sickness. So I'm very sick.
Of course she knows that.
Did she see the Facebook stuff?
No idea. She doesn't do any
Did you see the
Facebook or-
Facebook stuff?
No,
Okay.
no.
You know that I'm apologizing. If indeed you ever do see the Facebook stuff, I'd like to apologize.
Who
before you read it.
alerted you that there was something going on?
I literally got the group text from Bubba to Steven and to me.
Oh, right. I
And
forgot
so
Bubba decided
that
to
was
actually
when the
reach out to
Facebook
you.
explosion didn't work.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
It's already at
When the
DEFCON 4 when that happened.
When the
I forgot
Facebook nuclear bomb didn't work, I finally went to Stephen and Jay.
You just contacted them directly.
If he had just started with us, then
But-
he would have avoided the whole
You would,
500 comments.
As I've asked every Diaco to testify, I have reached out to every one of you and apologized profusely about my tone and the things that I said.
and it's
And the
really easy
screenshots.
to apologize for something I didn't read.
Well,
Yeah.
For me, to forgive you for
Where
something
should
I
they
didn't
not
read.
send it again?
no, please, Anna, you little bitch,
Yeah,
just
Anna.
shut up.
Yeah, Anna.
How dare you, Anna?
Anna, I stuck up for you today. I beat Lummy for you
Yeah,
today.
thanks a lot,
Right.
Anna.
The
Hey,
truth
Just
is,
think about this, Lummy. I beat a guy down for you today.
Yeah, and
appreciate
now
that.
she's gonna face you like
Stop,
that.
let me
Are you
get
gonna face me up, bitch?
No.
Well, and she should know anyway. It's show@thebubbaarmy.com. Why
Look
doesn't
at
she
that,
know
Bubba.
that?
You're getting tag teamed by Blummo over there.
the
I hate
truth
them
is,
both.
no matter what you said, you were sick, and in the heat of moment, we all say things, and when I say we all, my brothers and you, that we, take back. And so I accept it. Doesn't matter what you said.
Okay.
That's true.
Well, I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it. You don't have to apologize to me again. All I cared
will.
about was getting you what you needed, getting you the test, getting you the medicine, and making sure you're okay. Look at you here. 10 days later, you don't even have a cough. You're kicking butt.
And does Steve know that I'm sorry too?
Of course he does.
Okay.
With Steven, he never thinks about it again. Once
Plus, all
the
I do is
problem's
kick him in
solved,
the
it's over.
knee, and he'll worry about other things.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to guess what Jay's Iggy was that he wanted to say.
Man, I don't know, man.
You don't know what it is, Bubba?
I don't even know. Like,
it has something to do with his ass.
I don't have any idea. I don't, unless he was in some type of Steel of Buns competition, or I don't know.
Steel of Buns.
I don't know. Buns of Steel. I don't know.
The only thing that Jay kind of really popped on in the chat was the bleaching.
I bet you Dan does bleach.
I wouldn't doubt
Bleach
it.
or wax.
And that's not a
I
big
mean,
deal, but
because I got to think that he probably offers that at his place.
probably.
Like
Right. And the chef has got to try their own,
Yeah.
their own dish. So,
Oh, man, you scared me. Now, if you're in that, why does bleaching it make it that much more I think
it does make it a lot nicer.
freshly showered, just right out of the
or
shower.
wax. Like, why wouldn't you just get rid of the hair? Why would you bleach it?
It's not the hair.
It's not the hair.
You don't
it's
bleach the
skin.
hair.
Oh,
the skin you
okay.
bleach.
It's
Skin.
not like you're
Sorry.
trying to turn your black hair into blonde.
Oh,
Yeah.
No,
I get it. It's
you-
just, okay, the dark-
Pence does it.
Yeah.
Anna, people don't bleach their buttholes because they're trying to change the color of their
Oh
butthole. hair.
my God.
They bleach.
They
their
put the little
buttholes.
foil packs on there too, and they got to sit.
They gotta sit there underneath the
hot
dryer. You got 20 more minutes of processing, Mr. Clem. Man, I don't know if I can keep my ass spread any longer. My little arms are going crazy. I can't get my little arms back.
Oh my God.
They have one of those attachments like they put when they put in your mouth when they want to keep your mouth wide open.
No.
Speculum. They got a butt speculum that they just crank. Anna, they bleach their BHs because they want to change the color of that.
The tint of the color.
I like it when a guy has frosted tips in his butt. His butt hair.
I want to die.
Anna, did you really not know what bleaching buttholes like? Why?
I thought it was like the hair.
You can either wax or shave the hair. You don't have to bleach it. Unless you're like, listen, when you're down there, you're going to see that I actually have mine bleached. Your BH? No, my hair. I'm normally
bleach the skin.
Yeah,
that's
they actually bleached the actual
because sometimes they're
bleach skin.
Sometimes they're regular. Ask Michael Jackson. Sometimes a regular color like is dark.
I know it's okay,
right, but it makes it look dirty.
Okay,
yeah, but
right.
If it was okay, but if it was white. I'd be like,
but it's not white. It doesn't turn it white though. It just lightens.
It lightens the dark darkness.
Do they give you a chart? Like do they give you a chart when you're getting like a crown and they try to match your normal color of your tooth? You know, have you seen that before? When you're getting a crown, they'll try to match like what your normal.
Yeah.
Do they do that? Do they bring a chart up? What color do you want your BH to be?
I mean,
I want mine to be as white as it. I want to get my BH darkened.
Well, I mean, I would assume
that seems like it's horrible for you because you dry it out, right? When you bleach something, you like drain it of moisture.
I don't know. I don't moisturize. I don't. And when I'm moisturizing, myself, I don't.
Dry ass bowl.
He's just easy on.
Yeah.
Let's just move on from the BH talk, okay? Other than we're speculating as to what Dan was so freaked out about when we were talking about his ass popping, and Jay had some kind of iggy.
Well, I don't think Jay was even freaked out. Jay was freaked out.
Yeah. Well, Jay did not like when he called him Jayless. Or is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan, they start battling in here. Those two do. So, Lummy, I was thinking about you run TikTok, right?
Yes.
And Anna, you run Instagram, right?
Correct.
Okay. Just thinking outside the box here as we're trying to, expand our world. We've obviously done very nicely on making our world a little more YouTube friendly. We have videos, a brand new video that gets released every day at noon. We're starting to work on Facebook a little bit. We had a really good TikTok until Rhett got it canceled.
Yeah.
And you know what that sucks, Blitz, is that one, we had a pretty good TikTok, and two, I specifically said to Rhett, do not put anything up there that's a problem.
Yeah.
Did I not?
You did.
Before he did it. So now we had to start a new TikTok, which is, what's it stupidly called, Lummy?
The Bubba Army 1.
Oh.
Why don't you call it like The Real or something like that? Anyway. A Country Girl 92, Lummy, is a whiz at TikTok. And Anna, one of your best friends, is arguably one of the largest Instagram influencer in this area, Matt Heller. Why don't you two guys turn to them to help you with your little project?
Yeah, I've talked to Country Girl about it, and that's why we started doing a little bit better on the TikTok. We just had to get certain videos. Like she's helped me, with the different tagging, and so is Ashley. Well,
I'm working on getting, our OnlyFans. I'm working on getting teasers, like have the OnlyFans, like about a few seconds, Lummy, and right before Stormy pops her top, boom, it stops, and then it can be like a swipe up for our OnlyFans.
Okay.
So I think that's kind of what Country Girl wants us to do.
Yeah, that would work good. That would work really well.
I know Tim, is a guy named Tim Brown, Blitz?
Yes.
Tim Brown's going to start helping us with our Facebook a little bit. And so, Anna, I don't know if you feel comfortable about, you're holding your glass just staring into space right now. Are you okay?
No, I'm staring at the screen.
Oh, okay. Do you think Heller would tell you what you could do to make
Sure. Absolutely.
Would you feel comfortable about asking?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I love that guy.
That'd be so cool if we could do a BRN boat day.
No, we're not going to do a BRN boat day. We're going to do a BRN boat day with Blitz and Todd Clem only.
Yep.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. One, Lummy's married.
Yep.
Two, you're no fun.
Mm-hmm.
3, Tyler is about as pee-whipped as anybody can ever be.
Yep.
So the only real men around here are me and
Not
Blitz.
even the Diaco's going to go?
No. They're both married.
Why do we want them?
They're married.
Okay.
And
I didn't know there was going to be a bunch of chicks. I just thought it was going to be us.
It's going to be all chicks. Who the hell wants to see us?
Yeah.
We can do the best of both worlds and have two superstars.
Well, that's what you said you wanted to do for your birthday, and then that got canceled because you said it was too much pressure.
I had COVID.
And technically, you kind of begged yourself in, and then everyone else got thrown in with it.
Yep.
So I'm just going to say, Matt, me and Blitz want to. It's not even a Bubba deal; it's a your deal. Can we just ride? Can we just?
We'll pay $200.
Oh my God.
Blitz will PayPal you some money immediately. But me and Blitz. My question is, would you want to go? Because I talked to Matt yesterday via text. I'm like, he was so gracious. Like, oh man, it's a great interview. Thank you. You know how he is. He's the best. I
can only go if the day ends in a Y.
Wow.
Okay, wow. I got it. I actually had to think about that for a minute.
Yeah.
So me and Blitz, one of these Sundays, maybe based on weather.
Of course.
He says it's miserable when they go out and it rains. But Blitz, they still go out. He goes out even when it rains. But I'm going to look at the weather, and then Blitz, just be prepared for me to say, Blitz, meet me at...
Okay.
And you've already discussed this with Matt.
Yeah, I talked to him yesterday.
Without me going?
Yes.
Of course.
Well, no. I didn't specifically say I don't want to bring Anna. I just said, can Blitz and I come?
Yeah.
I didn't say...
I think he thinks it's probably implied that, like, I'd be there too.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure you're not going to text him too, right?
No, I'm actually going to tell him, please, don't... You know how Anna is.
Yeah.
You worked with her. She's about as fun as a hemorrhoid. Who wants her to go along? I mean, me and Blitz are going to be, we're going to be kind of like trying to mac on some bitches a little bit. And we're not bringing...
mac away. Why can't I be there?
We don't need the wet rag there.
Because, man, even though...
I'll just be having some claws, in the corner.
No, we're good.
Catching some rays.
You can mess up our game.
Not bothering anybody. I won't even talk. Yeah. I'll get so effed up I won't even say anything. I'll just pass out.
But then we'd have to take care of you.
No, you won't. I'll just fall asleep for an hour like I usually do.
Me and Blitz have seen each other's wieners. Me and Blitz have seen each other in action. So, I don't got to worry about him flapping his gums if I do something.
Right.
Whereas I don't necessarily...
You don't think everything's going to be on camera?
No.
If you're with a bunch of Instagram chicks, everything's going to be on camera.
Not when I bring him back to my apartment and tell Tyler to scram.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for
asking.
We're
not doing that on the
You'll
boat.
be in the corner drinking claws with your judgy eyes.
You'll be judging everybody.
I'll take a setup and I'll pass out.
Me and Blitz could be rolling hard. Next thing you know, you'll throw some little zibber in there.
Did you hear about this and that and Bubba this?
Me and Blitz make out in the parking lot on Thursdays.
Blitz, what are you talking to her for?
While you walk, deep down, Blitz, she doesn't like you, but she doesn't want you to be with anybody else, bitch.
Yeah, I know.
So anyway, Anna, I didn't specifically say, I just asked.
But we will later.
Can me and Blitz come along one Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, you want to make it a Bubba cruise? And I go, no, I just want to be on your cruise.
Right.
And I'm not paying. That's a joke, by the way. And then me and Blitz would just be, maybe we would come across a little creepy, but we're going to try to get as much content as we can for our YouTube and our Facebook and all that kind of nonsense.
Of course.
Today at noon, I forget what gets released today at noon on YouTube. I had it earlier. I forget which one it is. Something super spectacular. Yesterday at noon was our OnlyFans release, our Tuesday release. It was Stormy Daniels in the back of a limo doing sexy time with Story. Story time with Stormy.
Yep.
And Lummy, I think if you are the show historian, I think she actually did a few shows.
She did
on Sirius XM, and we need to get those. Lummy, it's stuff like this it's just no-brainer stuff you should be going to get. Instead, I got to tell you to get them, and then you never get them. You tell me you're working on them, but you never get them.
Ask Blitz. Blitz, what have I asked you for multiple times?
The
show.
Latin American Whopper.
Advice.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
Come on. I've asked you for the shows that were missing, but we can't get into the one. Safe.
What?
Well, that's kind of an issue.
Yeah.
We can't get into what safe?
Well, one of our safes that have all of our content.
Yeah.
Nobody knows the code.
Well, can we get a safe cracker?
We're gonna have to.
I like crackers.
And what's gonna suck is if I get this safe cracker and they're like, "Oh, you know what? That's
we gotta blow it up.
We didn't need that stuff."
There's a couple people
but every time Lummy's got some. This is something I was not prepared for. The big safe cracker deal. But there's always some kind of excuse.
Hold on. I wish Blitz would be honest. I have come to him multiple times, and he's like, "Look, we can't." And then I just go on what we have, and I've been working on a lot of things.
Listen, you're going to try to tell me that Sexy Time with Story is not part of Bubba Army Radio.
What, Stormy?
Yes.
No, it is. I'm trying to say, the ones that she did.
Hold on. If Sexy Time with Stormy is currently offered as part of your subscription of Bubba Army Radio, then what would be the problem of pulling it off of there and putting it on YouTube?
Oh, you're talking about the stuff that's on the video now. I thought you meant like when Stormy did it on the show. I understand.
Let me. You got your.
You do understand? Okay, then what does he want?
Blitz, you got your gun? Can you?
Of course I do.
No. I
shoot me right now.
I miss. Okay.
What did he mean, Lummy?
He meant the stuff that's like the video, like from something used to be on the Bubba.
That's
Raw.
not what he meant at all. That's not what he meant at all.
I said
he very clearly said Bubba Army Radio, which is a website that has all of our content on it, right?
I know, but it doesn't have the stuff that they used to tape. I know what he's saying now. I understand.
All right, go ahead and explain. What's he saying?
I need to get that stuff and put it on Bubba Raw.
That's not what
Bubba Army Radio.
That's not what he said at all, Lummy. That's absolutely not what he said. So,
do you know why things don't get done around here? Because Lummy literally is R. No, like for real. I mean, like
he's writing that down.
Like the reason stuff does, because he has no idea what
I mean, I got to say this time, Lummy, Bubba was very clear. Stormy Daniels did a show, Story Time with Stormy.
And I think it's offered.
He said, is it on BAR was the question.
Oh.
And you go, yes.
And you said yes.
And I said, what would be so hard then
to just download it from there?
To pull that off, and we could repurpose it at other places. Now, then I get a big safe cracker high spot. Then I get I didn't know what you were talking about high spot. Rolled into, I got it. Rolled into, Blitz, be honest, tell him what I'm asking for. Rolled into, Lummy, do you, back off, Lummy.
Oh, no, don't listen to them.
Everybody, back off,
Don't reach out, don't reach out.
No,
ruin your life.
No, there's no one saying it.
Don't be mean to Lummy.
Close chat, Bubba.
Oh, my God, Bubba, there it is again.
No,
it's a crutch. Bubba can't really entertain. He has to get heat with Lummy. I'm sorry, but Lummy's wrong at this point. Blitz, step in and be the goddamn referee and say
on this one, Lummy misinterpreted absolutely wrong.
Yes, I misinterpreted it, and I have never seen a story time segment with Stormy on there, so I will look for it. I'm sorry. I thought you meant when she was on the show.
I guarantee you I could go to the next gen system, flip it over to the B system, the dirty one, and find story time with Stormy. I promise you I can, and that doesn't involve cracking a safe. Yes, Blitz?
There probably are on there, but they might not be on BAR.
Okay, then they're there.
Yeah,
which is the same as having them somewhere else. You can download them, and you could get them to Jackson, and Jackson could put them on our YouTube, and you could even put them as a podcast.
Yep.
Lummy, I don't think that involves any goddamn safe cracking.
No, it does not. That does not.
Lummy, when's the delivery day? Have you guys determined is it vaginal or C?
Right now, still it's a C. It's a vaginal.
No, it's.
They usually always.
Hold on.
You know what you just said? You said right now it's a C. It's vaginal.
Right.
Yeah.
See you next Sunday.
Yeah, wrong C, Lummy.
Lummy.
Oh Christ.
It's vaginal right now.
Lummy, God love you.
I meant to say sorry. What I meant to say was it's not a C right now. It's a vaginal.
But what you said
I forgot the knot.
You said.
Yes, it's that day.
Bubba, he only forgot the important part. No big deal.
Yes, but it's currently still on the line for.
It's a V, not a C.
A V, not a C.
It's vaginal.
Oh. Vaginal.
Not cesarean.
Correct. And hopefully we don't have to go that way.
Which is a C-section.
Correct. And hopefully we don't do that.
Which doesn't hurt the vagina as bad, but it is absolutely.
Yes.
They cut like your entire belly, like hip to hip.
Yeah.
Lay out your organs on your gut.
No, it's not hip to hip, but
it's pretty okay. Whatever.
That's pretty close.
I wouldn't say that.
Whatever. They cut you open.
They do.
And they pop out the baby like a pimple. And then they throw your stuff back in.
Yeah.
And then they sew you back up. Now, granted, it doesn't waller out your sniz, but it's very tough to recuperate from because of your abdominal like any movement you make. You know, it's tough. So you're going vag.
Yep. Because otherwise it's 4 to 6 weeks.
Is it still a particular day?
Right now it's still the 25th.
I don't think it changes, Bubba.
Like, so that's not how it used to be. They would be like, you're gonna have your baby when when you start dilating and you go into labor.
Well, that is true, but there's still a due date.
Due date.
The due date doesn't change.
I know, but what I'm saying is like now they just take them on the due date. I think
it's 2 weeks after is when you can get induced.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, with the whole COVID thing right now, it's kind of up in the air.
You want to keep it in as long as you can.
Yes.
Cook it in.
Yeah.
She doesn't. She's ready to get rid of it.
She's ready
now.
to get rid of it, but the way COVID's going,
is she so miserable right now? Like her feet are probably swollen up.
Well, it's a good thing she doesn't have 2 months left.
Well, her feet and ankle aren't swollen. She went to the doctor's Monday, but the problem is with COVID is once you get in, you can't leave. So once you're in the room, you cannot leave it.
What do you mean?
If I went in there with her and it did a 48-hour birth, I can't leave the room, and if I do, I'm out. So you're stuck in the room, and it's just like a real pain.
Once Lubby scrubs in, he has to stay in.
Yeah.
He has to stay sterile.
Like before, you could go in and out, and if we forgot something, go home and things like that. But now you can't leave.
Because of COVID.
Because of COVID,
and aren't people now freaking out over COVID like more than anything? Like we're almost freaking. Like it's almost a re-freak.
Oh yeah.
Like we're almost like at May, June of 2020 when people were freaked. Mm-hmm. We're back on to freaking out, are we not?
I thought Biden declared victory.
Well,
Biden says 70. U.S. reaches 70% of COVID vaccine milestone for adults, about a month behind Biden's goal. Every person I had lunch with Fabrizi yesterday. Had a great time.
Did you lie to him?
I did.
Okay. Great.
Good.
I lied to him.
Yeah, good.
He's like, I heard you got sick again. I go, yeah, I did. And he goes, but you got the vaccine.
Yeah, man, that vaccine obviously doesn't do anything because, look, I got sick again.
So I had like an upper respiratory deal. And he goes, but you're vaxxed, right? And I go, yeah, I'm vaxxed. And then we just moved on. But like it's really it's a big deal for almost everybody I deal with. Mm-hmm. My mom, wait, are you getting vaxxed? No. Well, then we can't get together. Tyler, too. Everybody's flipped out on the vax. Don't you think, Blitz, that I really can't get it? Right?
Don't fart into the mic again.
Can't get what? COVID again?
Yeah.
I would hope not. At least not for a few months, at least.
I mean, but they're saying, but they're saying, yeah, I need to get a vax. But Dan said not for 90 days, right?
Correct.
That's not just Dan. That's what everyone says.
Death rates from the coronavirus. I don't know why everybody's flipping out in Florida because look
We're
how
25th.
25th, yep.
New Jersey's number one at 300 per 100,000 people. Mm-hmm. 300. Now, that doesn't really seem like that's just kind of the thinning of the herd, ain't it? I know I ain't supposed to be saying that, but I'm just saying like 300 people for every 100,000. I know we don't want to even lose one. I know we don't. But that isn't that big a deal, is it? That's the number one, New Jersey, 300. Everybody's like, oh, Florida. Aren't they having travel restrictions? Some states have put travel restrictions if you're traveling to Florida.
I think it's more country by country.
Florida is at 182 people per 10.
Which is crazy because I think we have the highest average age because there's so many old people here. So we're actually doing really well.
Yeah, like we're really
like we should be number one because there's so many goddamn old people here.
But I mean, we got Texas ahead of us, Tennessee, Delaware, Oklahoma, Nevada, South Carolina. Charleston is more deadly than Tampa. Nevada, Iowa, Illinois, Georgia, North Dakota. North Dakota. What in the hell is in North Dakota?
Well, nothing. That's why they're all just getting COVID. Nothing else to do there.
Arkansas, Indiana, New Mexico, Michigan, Pennsylvania, South Dakota, Connecticut, Alabama, Louisiana, Arizona, Mississippi, Rhode Island, Massachusetts. To me, it seems like kind of an East Coast thing. Does it not?
Yeah. I talked to someone that works in the emergency rooms, and they said a lot of the patients that are coming in the last 2-3 weeks in Florida have out-of-state driver's license from up north. but they're still considered Florida COVID cases.
Well, that's BS.
Yeah.
And people aren't. I think they're getting it, but I don't think that they're dying from it as much. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But-
their cases are going up, but as long as they're staying out of the hospital, who cares?
But we're still freaked out over it. In fact, Publix now has that all of their employees, and I think if you go to Publix, you have to have your mask on.
I went to Publix 2 days ago, and I was definitely in the minority being maskless.
I told you. Yeah,
Yep,
Sunday night
you're
when I
right.
went there, man, like there was a lot of masks.
Do they shame you?
Nope.
No. If you don't have one, they don't care.
I went to the DMV yesterday, and I couldn't go in without a mask. So they're back to that.
I just want to understand. So you went to the DMV, license plate, registration,
Yep.
whatever the hell you're doing over
Yeah,
there.
registration.
And the governor of our state, which at the end of the day, Blitz, he is the commander-in-chief of our state. The DMV is a division of the state of Florida.
Yep.
And he says you don't have to wear masks in schools or anything like that. Why would the DMV require you to have a mask?
Maybe the city.
Yeah. But
It's a city ordinance.
But
I don't.
It's technically it's a county.
But hold
then.
on, Blitz.
Or
You're
county.
not registering your vehicle with the county. You're registering it with the state.
No, well, the thing is, there's no such thing as a DMV anymore. It's all county offices that offer DMV services.
The tax collector. Yeah, because there's a sheriff that wouldn't let me in without a mask.
What do you say?
He said, "Do you have your mask?" I said, "No, I don't." And he goes, "Well, you can't come in." I said, "Well, do you have one?" He goes, "No." So I went to Publix
Then
for
he
the
shot you?
express. Yeah, you might as well.
Yeah.
So I went to Publix and I didn't have to wear a mask.
I
and
think
got my
I'd rather be
registration.
shot than go to the DMV. Is it the biggest rat race ever?
Oh, it was a line around the building, pretty much.
Ugh.
To get a registration?
Yep.
What were you registering?
My truck. It was just expired.
You can do that online. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, but I had a toll fine that I needed to pay, which was a hassle. And
Can't you do that online too?
yes, but then they don't communicate, so then they have to send it to the DMV. So you have to request them to send it.
I'm sorry I asked.
I know.
Yeah, I got to tell you, not that I'm ever hope whoever drank something. I hope that was great.
It was lumpy.
I was choking. I'm sorry.
He was choking.
Hold on. He just turned his mic off as he's trying to explain what happened.
I thought that was Bubba.
You
No, that was him.
You turned your mic off when you shouldn't, and left it on when you should have.
I was trying to hit the button when I was going to start coughing.
And so
Sorry.
you had to quit. You were choking on what? What were you choking on?
When you said something, phlegm went to the back of my throat. I started just going like to town, and I had to grab something. And I was reaching for my button, and I didn't want to start just coughing.
Lummy and I have just come up with a solution to stop the uncomfortableness here going on.
Yep, and the seventh man's behind it too.
And you guys don't even realize how uncomfortable it is, because people that are making people uncomfortable don't know.
Oh, we know. We know.
Okay, then you're making us uncomfortable.
Okay.
So you're doing it on purpose then?
No, we're just doing our thing.
Yeah, exactly. So, Blitz, we think that you, when on the days that that the Mic 3 is available, you should do, because you don't do nothing over in there that you can't do in here.
Okay.
So don't you think you should just be on Mic 3?
No.
That way you can be beside her at all times?
No.
Nope.
I can't switch and stuff from in there, but
Oh, well, I'm just saying, or Anna, after every break, you should just go in. There you go. After every break, instead of him coming to you, why don't you go to them? Because you don't do anything. I mean, Chad hates you anyway.
Yeah.
They like watching
You
your
just go in there. That way we don't have to be a part of it. God,
Right.
poor Tyler.
No.
He's going to see
Tyler
it.
can go in there.
He's going to start wanting to come in here.
Yeah, we'll just do a switch. Tyler can come in here. Because, chat.
Well, that's why I started coming in there, because there's nobody else in the building, so it's nice to talk to somebody.
Oh, yeah, that's
Babe,
right.
you don't talk to me or Bubba. You just talk to Anna.
No, hold on. He talks to you and I just to make it look good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't we talk during the whole show?
Don't be stupid. Lummy, don't be stupid.
Sorry.
He comes in here just to make it look good.
Well, the reason why I even came in there was to give you your Vax card.
On this particular situation, right, I know. But
And to fruit you.
That was
last break. I know.
he's got it all down.
Yeah.
So, Anna, why don't you just start going in there?
But I like eating on camera and upsetting everyone.
But we don't like it.
Chat likes it.
Okay. Don't do what I asked then. You guys just keep doing what you're doing. And then you even admit, Anna, oh yeah, we know what we're doing. We know exactly what we're doing. Lummy, did she just not say?
She did say
we know
that.
what we're doing. We're doing our thing.
And Bubba, you did ask, multiple questions, and she kind of gave that answer of, well,
we're doing our thing.
Yeah.
We're doing our thing.
I know it annoys you guys. We're just
you
doing our
guys don't
thing.
even know because, you Anna, arguably, you and Blitz really can't have an opinion about how we feel, right?
No, we can't.
And I know you're stupid, but they can't be inside your brain.
No, it's not hard, but they're not in it.
So you guys don't even know. It's nonstop with you two. It's not, and even the seventh man hates me.
And they agree with you.
I'm the most hated person at the Bubba Radio Network. I can't explain it. I'm the most hated guy in the world, but they really do agree on this one.
We did a quick poll, and that's all there was. It was 99 to 1.
So
you counted them all?
I counted them all.
Yeah, okay. You can't count that high.
Look at automatically defending.
Oh, yep. He goes right after me. But if Anna said it, defend her. Bury me.
Yeah, it's no big deal. It's no big deal.
Put a poll. I'm gonna show you.
This is an uncomfortable dynamic. But they don't even understand because they're the one that's created this monster.
Yeah.
Just say we like each other. We really do. We really like each other. And that's why we act this way. But Lummy, if I can deal with that.
Well,
hey, Lummy, guess what? They like each other.
Okay, then if they want to talk and flirt, we all know what the deal is.
That's great. But instead, now we don't like each other. I'm ghosting 24-year-old. I got 5 bitches on my tip. Oh, yeah.
I'm home with the cats.
I'm
using my Rubik's Cube.
Completely trying to throw us off, and we're like, enough.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we're hanging out every night.
Yeah,
hello, who's this?
Together.
I know, making babies. Hello, who's this?
Hey guys, it's Mike. Great show today.
Thank you, buddy. Mike, how are you?
My wife picked something up about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks ago. Something about when Anna was doing the royalty-free music. And Blitz asked her, when did you do this? And she replied back, you were asleep.
I didn't say that.
Sir, you need to let me know when that was.
Because when I got home from work, I watched a replay on Twitch.
All right,
yes, you said it.
They've slipped up a few times, and they think that we don't know. I know they've spent the night together. I know they've made out.
Well, you asked Anna, and she said, "Sure."
Out, bitches. I love you guys.
Love you too, buddy.
Wait, hold on. What's the date?
When you were asleep.
Damn it! I guess I was sleeping.
Interesting, Blitz.
And I'm mad at Blitz because he's my best friend, and I'm like, enough with it, buddy. You are hard selling this so badly. Stop. I've known you for 20 plus years. I love you as a brother. Okay. You don't have to keep hard selling the deal. You don't.
All right, I'm sorry.
Both of you should be sorry.
Sorry.
For putting me and Lummy through this.
God, it's tough.
It sucks.
I'm sorry.
Even Tyler sees it.
Oh, yeah, but Tyler's afraid as hell of poor Blitz, poor guy. He has to see it with him.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Stockholm, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Literally.
It's tough to hang out with Jesus Christ when Jesus Christ is afraid of you. Jesus Christ ain't supposed to be afraid of nothing. Poor Jesus Christ is afraid. That, what is he, John the Baptist?
Yeah, John the Baptist.
John the Baptist is blasting one of the choir girls. And Jesus Christ is afraid to tell God.
Oh, no.
Let me over to your night. I'm sorry. No, Anna. Total show disruptors, you and Blitz. Mm-hmm. It's like we're...
This is my favorite segment of the show. I love it.
By the way, but let me, do you not find it exhausting?
Exhausting. I just have to tune them out when because when Blitz comes in, they just... What video are you watching?
What video watching? I don't know. What are you
Documentaries.
doing? What are you doing? True.
Look at my caps. They look good. Hey, how's the blueberries and cottage cheese? Oh.
Which one of us is those?
Things that Blitz would not ever care about to any other human being in the world.
I could be eating cottage cheese. He's not going to come over and ask me.
Blitz would scoff at if Lummy was having some cottage cheese. He would make it
If Lummy ate a tub of cottage cheese a day, I would ask him, how much damn cottage cheese do you eat?
You wouldn't be in here every break, trying to help him eat the goddamn cottage cheese.
I scoffed that he ate 2 oranges earlier.
Anna, let's go to. You know what?
Those things cost me like $7 a bag, and he ate 2 of them.
I brought a whole bag in.
I got to check. So I got some text to return, and
Yeah, let me help you.
I'm going to throw over your 9/11 news at 9:40.
Have a little snack.
So I'm just
Sit back, relax.
Yeah, I'm gonna. You and Blitz, take it away.
Men who ejaculate at least 21 times a month slash their risk of prostate cancer by a third.
How many times?
I'm never gonna have it.
21 times a month. You can slash your risk of prostate cancer by a third. That's pretty good.
That is good.
It says here researchers from Harvard University analyzed data
Is
from...
that what you're doing, Anna? Is helping Blitz's prostate health?
Yeah.
Yes.
Healthcare hero?
That's me.
Are you a frontline healthcare hero?
I am. These hands save lives.
Do you know, Anna, we're dwindling down to 1,681 viewers on Twitch. The lowest we've been in a long time. We've lost it. But I know a shot in the arm, man, if you two would finally come out. Boy, I bet you we would hit over 2,000 then, Lummy. Be like, Lummy, guess what?
Should we,
what
we should get
happened?
together for the show?
Anna and Blitz are finally going to admit they're in a relationship.
Wow. I guarantee people will tune in for that one on Twitch.
We'll make it a big reveal one day.
Continue on, Anna.
Yeah,
It's a
researchers
prostate deal.
Harvard University analyzed data from nearly 32,000 men and found that ejaculating at least 21 times a month cut the risk of developing the cancer by 1/3.
I think I ejaculated 21 times. Yeah, of course. It's 30 days.
Yeah.
So it's only 9 days that I ain't snapping one. Probably, yeah, it's probably that.
Some believe ejaculation could rid the prostate of carcinogens, lower inflammation, and also lead to less stress and better sleep, all of which can help reduce the risk of cancer.
I mean, you do feel better after you ejaculate.
Sure do. Just
But
relax.
then you get like ejaculation remorse.
Oh,
you're
because
like-
you looked at some weird stuff and
no,
you're like, what does this say
no.
about me?
No, not looked at weird stuff, but you're just, like, all right.
I'm just like, all right.
I only get ejaculation remorse if I'm with somebody I don't really like. Like, I just
How often does that happen? 21
Often.
times a month?
I'll tell you when you finally admit that you and Anna are dating.
Okay.
okay.
So a big double reveal coming up then.
Yeah, big double reveal. Who I ejaculate with and you two. Numb nuts. I do have some bad news with regards to the religion.
No, don't.
With regards to the religion. Tyler may no longer be Jesus Christ because we may not be able to start climatology.
Can we still call him Jesus?
I guess if it didn't make sense. I mean, us calling Tyler Jesus made sense if I'm God.
What was the...
Well, it's still
hurdle?
not. It's not necessarily over. It's just going to be a lot more difficult than I initially thought because Blitz, I had a conference call with,
Okay.
Remember I was supposed to have a meeting today in Palm Harbor with this person that sets up churches and religions. He is a forensic accountant lawyer.
Okay.
Yes. And he specializes in nonprofit and 501c3 and religion, like setting the infrastructure up that you need with the federal government to be recognized as a nonprofit, and accounting wise and EIN, employee identification numbers. Like he's the one that sets it up. And he has set up like probably 15 or 20 different churches. Now, this was going to be a little bit different because we're not a church that, most churches have, I don't know, what is there, 5 or 6 real religions to choose from here in America.
Yeah.
You
main ones.
Yeah. So, you're a Baptist or you're a Presbyterian or you're Catholic or, you're whatever. So he has set up like 20 different churches. So I'm telling him my idea, and he's like, well, first of all, you're not setting up a church within a existing religion.
Right.
You're coming up with a whole new religion,
Correct.
right? And I go, yeah. He goes, okay, you can do that. That's not a big deal. And he referenced, Scientology and all things like that. He said, but you have to have an extensive amount of writings when you prepare. Like you have to have,
you need
like almost a Bible. Like you have to have.
You need scripture.
You have to have established. Now I don't know if Lummy's Trapper Keeper would qualify as that.
Oh my God!
But Lummy,
that would be awesome.
Maybe your Trapper Keeper. So as I'm being told no, that you're not going to probably be able to do this, I'm thinking, well, as stupid as this. I mean, let's just be honest. It's called climatology. Like you really can't take it seriously.
Right.
Like it's not really the Bible through thousands of years of being handed down on stories. No, this is a mildly ard guy who has written notes in a 8th grade Trapper Keeper. Maybe that indeed in itself is the rib on the religion is that our Bible is Lummy's Trapper Keeper.
Does that mean no nanus?
Well, no, Blitz, nanus are fine.
Okay.
But you have to, the book of Clem needs to be written. And so you have to present.
I don't need a book. It's all book on tape. I got tapes for years,
Didn't you see the sex tape? So
That was Genesis.
I got audio.
So he's talking me through this, and I go, well, sir, over the years we have established. So he's talking about how you have to establish like a code, and you have to establish, kind of like scriptures in the Bible, various things.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I go, well, we got various things. And he goes, what do you mean? I go, well, and then I referenced Lummy's Trapper Keeper. I go, everything that we talk about of importance, we write down on one of the show hosts' Trapper Keeper.
Now, did you talk to him over the phone?
Yeah.
Oh, so you couldn't see his eyes rolling when you were telling him this? Okay.
But he could hear the eyes
he was
roll.
like, okay, Mr. Clem, I understand. So he goes, listen, continue to, this is what he told me.
Okay.
Continue to refine your religion. And he gave me a list of stuff I got to start, doing. One of which is, establishing the Book of Clem.
Mm-hmm.
And but I also have to have a hierarchy. I have to have an established.
We have a hierarchy 65.
I tried to tell him. But you have to establish your God. You have to establish your elders and your deacons, and you have to have all that written down.
Sure.
And then you go in front of a government official, and not me,
Plead your case.
not me, but this guy that I represent. Okay. So Blitz, I'm like, well, his name's Gary. I'm like, Gary.
Oh, of course, a lawyer named Gary.
That's his name.
We're screwed.
I'm just saying.
Question.
No.
Oh, can I ask a question?
Hold on to your question.
Okay.
I'm like, Gary, I don't think that you could go through and establish a religion about me better than I could. I said, so unlike most of your clients, like the latest Presbyterian or Baptist church that you represented, you have the Bible to go by.
Your Honor, God is here.
So you're going in front of a government official that's going to, and you say, government official, our God is that guy right there.
Hey, when you go to do that, do you have to raise your right hand on the Bible?
I don't know.
You have to swear on the Bible?
Now, he did say this, that I may have to have whatever my book of guidance is bound. Like it has to be Bible-like.
Okay.
Like we just can't bring in Lummy's Trapper Keeper.
There's papers everywhere.
Like if we do continue to go on, we have to maybe fancy up the Trapper Keeper and call it the Book of Clem. And so I started asking him, well, what if my religion is very non-conventional? And I said, for instance, and then I brought up the interracial couple thing. Okay. You know how we have that positioning statement that said,
the Bubba Loves Fun show finds adult African-American men with adult white women hot and very acceptable.
And he actually paused for a second. And he goes,
I can't believe this guy's wasting my time.
He said, it was, by the way, $150 for a consultation over the phone. He goes, he paused and he goes, yeah, if that's an established, yes, if you've established that on as what you believe in, then yes, that's part of your code of ethics. So we're going to have some of that stuff in there too.
Okay, question.
So it's just not as easy as filling out these forms and us winging it. We actually have to kind of prepare a little bit for it. And here's the deal. It's very doable, but it will take a lot of time for us to do it right. And I think it's just going to have to be, we start talking about it, and as we talk about it, we kind of refine it down. I know a lot of people hate it because a lot of people don't understand that I'm really being cynical, but maybe I'm not. Maybe I really would like to be your God. That's what makes me insane.
True.
That's what makes me certifiably insane. But I'm so insane that I can stay unbaker acted. And Lummy, I think that needs to be like sometimes some of this brilliance, much like God and Jesus, Blitz, they'd just be talking and then something super brilliant would come out of their mouth, right?
Yeah.
That's what denotes me as a God, is sometimes I'll just be spewing around with my high school at Warsaw, Indiana high school education, and then something very prolific or prophotic or something like that would come out of my mouth.
Would it be, and I'm not trying to...
So, what did I just say?
Okay.
Well, was your high school education...
Never mind. What was that on a question?
Okay. Now, I know we want to make clemunism, clementology, whatever, a religion. Like, that would be the coolest thing. But if we wanted to fast track it, instead of making your own religion, could we turn this building into a church? Would that be easier?
You'd have to do it through a established religion, though.
But can we get a sign off? Because how are these dispensaries becoming churches then?
Because they have.
Why don't we do something with Satanism? They're super cool.
No.
They're not like bad people, but like
they're killing goats.
I'm not doing anything with Satan.
We could be like the
Shut up. We're already hated enough with doing clemology. We're not going to put the goddamn or myself devil in there. What I said, Lummy, is what I told you to write down, which could have been prolific in itself, is sometimes when you're God like me and you're just talking, spitting game, something very,
prolific comes out.
Yeah, prolific comes out.
I want to be a god. I don't want to be the devil.
And I think that I just said that I'm crazy enough to stay unbaker acted. That's how unsane.
Yes.
That's how certifiably, brilliantly insane I am, is that I can stay one step ahead of a Baker Act.
Just tiptoes ahead.
Yeah, so I don't know if that just makes you absolutely that much more Jim Morrison cooler or that much more pathetic. You should write that down too, Lummy. You should be writing all this stuff down.
I'm on it.
What have you written down right now? Let me ask you.
Sometimes when you're godlike and talking, something prolific comes out, and God is one step ahead of being Baker acted.
See, Blitz, if you open up your little book of Clem and you read that, that'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Be like, yeah, I like that guy. He's a wild man.
Cumulus 1174 says, what, Lummy?
Sometimes when you're godlike and talking, something prolific comes out, and you can stay one step ahead of being Baker acted.
Amen.
Amen. Well, we got to now. We can't use amen. We got to be like,
Yippee-yo.
Yippee-yo.
Yippee.
There you go. See, we're
working through it.
We're working through this. And we're pissing a lot of people off. Our numbers are going down. We're at 1,300.
Well, we do have some words, too. I wrote some words down.
Oh, you did?
Well, you got like Shakespeare off.
Hold on, Blitz. Amen is our yippee-yo.
No, the other way around.
Yeah, RUPO is their amen.
Oh.
Whenever we, conclude a prayer.
Golden Egg Layer said A Clem. You could say A Clem.
I like Yippee-O, kind of.
I do too. I like Yippee-O better. All right, Lemmy, what have you written down on the words?
Well, so I got the words, we have the, what Shakespeare off.
Can you slow down?
Sorry.
Slow down.
So we have the different words that you use sometimes during, like Shakespeare off.
Yeah.
Blue Jay. Brad's mom. K5. Beg off.
But see what we have to do, Blitz, and we just can't list the words of Clem. We have to use these words in a sentence so that people can learn from these.
Yeah, the old website used to have the Bubba dictionary on it. Remember that?
Yeah. We're going to have to maybe try to find that.
Yeah.
See if we can find. Lummy, write that down on your Trapper Keeper. Try to find the old book there was somebody who wrote.
It was on the old BTLS.com. I'm sure it's on the Wayback Machine.
See if we can find it. Lummy, the old, and then that can be some of the words that we use in the book of Clem, but instead of just listing them, we're going to have to actually use them in a sentence so that people can learn.
Mm-hmm.
If you follow Clemology, you want to be able to use Blue Jay, right? And you'd be like, me and my friend were down smoking a joint, and I saw my wife coming around the corner, and I yelled, Blue Jay, Blue Jay, Blue Jay. And we Blue Jayed it out. Boom. Now people understand, or at least those who follow me, what Blue Jay means, or what it could be. Lummy, I could, Shakespeare off. Well, Lummy got so much heat with his wife Ashley for going to the strip club that he was Shakespearing off all night long, backing her off, trying to Shakespeare. He then did a reverse
fish hook though.
He then did a reverse end around and transferred the heat. Yippee-yo.
And we can't K5 it. K5 it on the show.
Well, we can't. I don't know if we can K5 because a K5 is in itself a K5.
Right.
So if you K5, then you're K5 and what a K5 is.
Until it turns into like a K5000.
Right.
Can't even mention that.
Right. Or it turns into a 200. So, there you go. I really do think this guy, I had 15 minutes with him for $150.
Man.
And I think that he literally, if I was a full step ahead of Baker acting yesterday, after talking to this guy, I'm not so sure the whatever county didn't get a call and say, you guys got to go pick up this guy who thinks he needs his own religion.
Yeah. He goes, man, I've heard some crazy stuff, but this one takes a cake.
Have you Googled him?
This guy his name's Bubba Clem. Don't Google him. He's got sex tapes. He's got cheating deals. He's got ex-wives. Whew. He does got a hell of an OnlyFans account, though. My Lord, you should see.
Totally worth $9.99 a month.
Totally worth $9.99 a month. So the religion hasn't been canceled. It's just going to take longer because there's a lot of stuff.
A lot of obstacles.
Yeah. I didn't know, Blitz, that when you go for your religion deal that you have to meet with an IRS guy.
Yeah, so...
have like a whole presentation.
Yeah, there was like some shady stuff that went down when Scientology did all that. There was like FBI sting stuff and...
See, I didn't want any of that.
I know.
You don't want the feds involved again?
I told somebody about my religion. And they say, you're going to prison.
I think a few people have said that.
I think I forget who I said. I laid my whole religion out and I'd be like, yeah, it's tax deductible and we don't have to pay taxes and blah, blah, blah. And somebody who I respect a lot, looked at me right in the eye and go, you're going to go to prison. I go, really? Yep. But Blitz, maybe you tell that's part of the religion. The book of Clem says,
right.
If society does not understand my vision, perhaps I could be in prison, said God.
Ooh, that's good.
Yippee-yo.
Lummy, could you send out a bat warning to all of our parody guys saying, one, where's Daniel?
Well,
and two, I'd like to get some more stuff.
Daniel should be having one pretty soon. I reached out to him on email. Daniel, I reached out to him. He had one in the hopper.
Get it to me, guys. Please. Where do we stand with Big Red and Operation basketball goal installation?
He's thinking Saturday. You can probably get it most of it laid out and done.
Does he know what he needs to bring?
Yeah, I had my list. And
has he seen he doesn't know where I want to put it or nothing.
Well, I told him the third poll, and he kind of understood what I was saying.
All right. How about I walk you through it today?
Okay.
And that way you can tell him, okay, buddy?
Yep. Anna was out there looking at it yesterday. She was pretty impressed.
I was.
Yeah,
Thought it was cool.
Did you see how industrial it is?
That's a very good word to describe it. It's very industrial.
It's just not like the standard kid who's got one little rinky-dink pole.
No, that's like...
Or even, Blitz, sometimes
deal.
you'll see the kids and they got like the ones that have like wheels on them and they just put some sandbags on them.
No, this is like super strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like NBA. Like we're going to be able to
dump. Just like the NBA.
Like Lummy should be able to hang on the rim.
Yeah. It's going to be that secure.
It's as long as you know what it is, it's really nice, but it doesn't have a backboard on it, so you're like, what the hell is this metal thing?
I knew what it was.
Yeah,
I knew what it was.
No, I asked, and she told me exactly what it was.
That's a basketball hoop.
So we're getting ready to do the Bubba Army basketball court here momentarily, not to be confused with the Bubba Army ecosystem. wildlife. I mean, Lummy, we have to have our own religion. We have our own wildlife preserve and now our own, gym, basketball facility.
Oh, of course.
I feel like we're getting to the point where we're going to be almost self-sufficient.
Yeah, I can just,
we need just like a farm, and then we can make our own food. And
if you're up to speed on Yellowstone, Blitz, I can turn upstairs into a bunkhouse, and this can be like, it's like our natural habitat. We all this can be a compound.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You could be,
Yes.
what was his name? David Koresh.
Yes,
Yeah.
and less the Kool-Aid. I'm not going to ask to drink you the Kool-Aid.
The
That was Jonestown.
Davidians.
The Clem Davidians.
Yeah, I like that.
And so,
please don't burn me inside here.
let me get the construction crew, and we're going to completely gut the upstairs and make it into a bunkhouse so that we all can live here.
Oh, bunk beds?
Well, we'll just make all types of different stuff.
And you can get all of us pregnant.
And
That's what Koresh did.
Yeah, he got us all pregnant. Even the people that had husbands. He was like, I'm taking your wife
There's a small
too.
problem with that,
hold
though.
on, let me just
What?
everybody shut up. I'm going to have to let the next seed of God get you pregnant because I have a vasectomy. So our Jesus is going to have to get all the women impregnated.
Hell, you ready to be a dad?
I hope not.
He's shaking his head no.
Yeah, exactly. Keep that head shaking. So maybe we should just impregnate each. It's just a big free love deal.
That's what I do all the time, man. I'm tired of doing that.
Anna,
I'm probably super fertile.
But you're the only girl. So you just have to have all of our kids. We're just gonna constantly keep you pregnant.
Oh my God.
In the climology deal. Unless you can get another girl to be part of our cult.
Yeah.
I could try to recruit
Maxwell.
We could probably get,
Reagan in there.
No. She wouldn't worship me.
No,
in
that's right.
order to be part of this, you have to worship me.
Yeah.
We could probably get drunk Kim in here.
Oh yeah.
Oh God. Country girl.
Get country girl drunk Kim. God, Blitz, too bad we couldn't get an OFF up in here with a not a fan kicker.
Right.
Yeah, we're going to turn this into a compound is what we're going to do.
Like that idea.
I do too. So yesterday, as I'm on the phone with this tax attorney trying to set up my new religion, I'm on my moped. Because I forgot that I was supposed to do a teleconference with him at I think it might have been 1 o'clock.
Okay, yeah.
And so I'm here at the studios and I forget that I had the call at 1 o'clock. So I get on the moped because I like driving my moped.
Yeah.
And I'm driving up and down the streets around here, and I go to 7-Eleven and put gas in it. And I'm driving. All of a sudden, my phone starts ringing, and it's a number, and I recognize it's the Palm Harbor number that I called for my tax guy on my religion.
Yep.
And so I'm about 2 minutes from here. And the woman goes, Gary is ready for the 1 o'clock. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm driving. I'm talking to this guy that I'm trying to set up a religion. I'm on my moped, and he's like, Bubba, where are you? And I'm like,
Stuck in an intersection.
He's like, what? I said, I'm on a moped. And he's like, you're on a moped. I'm like, I was over by the studios, and we have a moped that we drive around, and I was just driving around, and let me get stopped here.
The holy moped.
So, and my truck Blitz is parked in the very back by the moped.
Yeah.
So I figured if I could get to the studios as quickly as I can, then I could get in my truck, turn the truck on, turn the air on, and be in quiet.
Sure.
And talk to him, and be far more attentive. So I pull in, and there's Anna automatically with her phone out.
Yep.
And I'm like,
getting content.
The one time I don't want to be part of content is me pulling in. I can't even really be nice to you.
No, you were not.
Because I'm on the phone with my attorney.
It's on our Instagram
and then I
page.
see my angel, my sister, in her Tesla. Blitz is talking to her.
Yep.
And I want to, stop, go give her a big hug. Because that's my,
Sure.
family. And I just completely wing by both of you.
You did.
Wave. And go to the back and get in my truck. So that was my yesterday. And so I apologize to everybody that I was rude to, but I was on the phone with the attorney, and I was trying to so desperately get out of or off of my moped.
Yeah, I could tell it was something important because you didn't stop and say hi, or
No.
you just vroom right to the back.
Which again,
right to your truck.
Lummy, as you're trying to establish your own religion and you're speaking to the guy on a moped, maybe that just goes right along the lines of the Church of Clem. I'm just a half a step ahead of Baker acting at all times.
Absolutely.
The congregation was there already waiting for you.
Yeah, we were very excited that Pat was
Yeah, but
home.
when God rolls up, he's busy. God's busy.
Yeah.
God didn't have chance to.
God's got things to do.
Hey. You guys saw that I was on the phone.
Yeah, I didn't ask you any questions.
I know, but I did cuss you out, I think.
Yeah, you did say something. I didn't quite catch it.
I go, why do I have to be your content for the day?
Well, I could hear you coming like a mile away.
And
so
then Gary is like, I go, never mind, Gary.
We're out front, and you could hear "wee" from far away. And we're like,
Hello.
oh,
And I'm
here
like, is he on the
here
phone?
comes Bubba.
Hello. Is he on a mini? Is Bubba on a mini glider or what? On our YouTube channel at the Bubba Army today at noon is when I spoke about the nepotism that we have here at the BRN, and I hired my son. Friday's noon release is the Sippy Sippy. When I was on the Sippy Sippy.
Do you have any left?
I am not answering that question for fear of incrimination. I plead the fifth.
I mean,
what's mine is yours, cousin.
no. I know. I don't need it. I was just wondering if maybe you've.
I said what's mine is yours. If you need to take
No. I'm saying I don't need any. I'm just wondering if you've taken any.
I'm saying that you probably need some.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, I got some.
Okay.
And boy, it would be nice to get you on some.
Okay.
Maybe take a little bit of that dick edge off.
Oh, I need it bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Saturday on our YouTube is the best of. Sunday is Dan making a pizza. Then now on our podcasting world, which as of today, wherever you get your podcasting, Google, Spotify, Google Play, Apple, iHeart, wherever, we're listed as Bubba Army, the Bubba Army Podcast. Become a daily downloader, and today we are going to crack the 800,000th download plateau, which is unbelievable.
Yep.
And on Fridays, tomorrow's release is going to be the podcast I did with former MJ and BJ co-host BJ Harris. He's now a big-time morning guy in Denver. And we were just shooting a crap. It was just a couple of friends talking about radio.
Yep.
And that'll be on Friday. Hello.
Hey, Bubba, it's me, GGG.
Hello, Glory Hor Glag.
Hey, so, a quick question. Your setup that you're doing with the basketball, is it going to be set up against the fence line itself?
Is it going to be what?
Yeah, it is.
So, just as a curiosity, have you guys actually thought about putting up like a netting behind it, just to make sure that if you guys are off, that it doesn't go over the fence and you guys have to keep going out and around for it?
That's what I said. But
No. I mean,
okay, so just a thought.
Most shots will be straight on. Well, at least hit them. Usually, the side shots are the shots that you have to worry about going over the fence.
True, but you've got those little T-Rex arms, so I'm kind of worried if it's going to be up at the 10.5 foot.
Wow.
Did you just produce droplets?
Yeah.
No, I did.
Bubba, bless you.
So, no, I'm not going to put an elaborate.
God.
I'm not going to put an elaborate netting system.
Automatic ball return system.
We're playing. Listen, this is like a playground type deal, and when you play basketball, sometimes the ball goes over the yard, or just it's like it's playground rules. The only thing is, Blitz, we probably, when we do play basketball, need to leave the gate
That's what I was just thinking.
open.
Too. Absolutely.
So that just leave it open.
Or maybe we should leave it closed. That way, when we do hit a car, we just be like, I don't know what happened. We all run inside.
Oh, you're saying we go up for a layup. Lummy swats it. It goes and hits a guy's
It drives
windshield.
by at 40.
Hits the windshield.
Yep.
He then careens into the ditch.
Yep. We just run inside and pretend nothing happened.
And his load explodes.
The load explodes.
And there was a woman walking a baby that got caught up into the deal. And what do we do?
Run inside and hide.
Run inside and hide.
Yep. Pretend like nothing happened.
And say, tear down the cameras. That's exactly what we say.
It's absolutely.
Run inside and hide.
Controversial comments from Boston Mayor Kim Janey after I asked her about New York.
By the way, I don't really know what's going to come out of Kim Janey's mouth, which I will find out here momentarily, but just the shelving of the jugs.
You like?
Oh my God! Look at that.
Controversial comments from Boston Mayor.
Look at that.
After
Look
I
at that.
asked her about New York City requiring proof of vaccination for restaurants, gyms. City requiring proof of vaccination.
Let me see if I get the jug.
gyms,
The jug I
after
saw.
I asked her about New York.
Damn it! I'm trying to get the goddamn jug ice right there. Look at that, looking good in a shelf buffalo stance.
After I asked her about New York City requiring proof of vaccination for restaurants, gyms, and entertainment venues.
There's a long history in this country of people needing to show their papers.
The mayor then references slavery. Former President
What?
I got papers.
Wait, hold on. She might be on
Trump
our side.
and birtherism.
During slavery, post-slavery, as recent as, what an immigrant population has to go through here. We heard Trump with the birth certificate nonsense. Here, we want to make sure that we are not doing any...
Hold on. Trump I'm not saying anything, but he just asked to see the current president's passport. Birth certificate.
Right.
No, that wasn't a requirement for all Americans.
No.
One person.
He asked one guy, let me see your passport. And Obama couldn't have handled it any better, quite honestly.
Yeah.
Remember he cracked a joke in the press conference dinner about it?
Mm-hmm. And then he called me and said, hey, can you print out a fake one from Hawaii?
Who did, Obama did?
Yeah. That's no problem.
that
No problem, Barry.
would further create a barrier for residents.
In Cambridge, one restaurant tells us it is requiring proof of vaccination for indoor dining.
For us
Man, no wonder I like to stay home.
to be competitive, to take steps to put those policies into place ourselves as businesses.
If I had a place right across the street from Grindel's Den, because I'm assuming that's what this place is. See the logo on the back? Grindel's Den. It's got a little monkey restaurant and bar. I'd be advertising no vaccination or masks needed. Come party all you want.
Yeah, but it's up in Cambridge, though. Where Harvard and MIT.
Next thing you know,
and all those people are.
you got the Pat McGovern Blitz, the cop of Cambridge coming in, and
The vaccine police.
Hello.
Man, stop playing the clips unless I'm behind. You can't hear anything. It's just dead air.
Are you listening to Florida Man Radio or what? Where?
I am listening to it on TuneIn through the Florida Man Radio.
Yeah, because they only take one channel of our audio. So when the news stations play it on one channel, then everyone just hears dead air. I've told them about it before.
Listen to us. Listen to us on Bubba Army 1, bitch.
Yep.
I'm not a bitch. I'll come down there and slap.
Bitch, you ain't doing nothing. I got guns and Blitz. So, bitch, you ain't doing nothing. Just like Ken Kimberlin didn't do a goddamn thing. Bitch.
You look so badass with that plate of fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't try to tell me you're going to come down here. Nobody's coming down here and doing dick.
That's for
I've
sure.
done proved that. I got the Merc chick on the front deal and then Blitz with backup double strapped,
Absolutely.
bitch.
And I'm going to buy the tire.
I got some snacks.
Gives us a competitive advantage.
The owner says if cases go up, it threatens the business and the safety of employees and customers.
The spread of disease is what will kill the restaurant business and what will kill our ability to send children back to school safely.
In Boston, Mayor Jamie wouldn't say either way if a mandate was coming, preferring instead to focus on access.
We want to make sure that we are giving every opportunity for folks to get vaccinated. When it comes to what businesses may choose to do, we know that those types of things are difficult to enforce when it comes to vaccine.
Are we done with that dumbness? The hell out of here. Bitch. Do you think regular radio Blitz will ever be like that?
No.
No, it's always going to be, you can't say F.
Mm-hmm.
Always like that, right? Because saying F is kind of cool sometimes.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
It's getting more and more limited, too.
What do you mean, like where you can
Things
hear
you
those
can't
things?
say. Even if it's not like an FCC thing, it's still like you can't say that. Otherwise,
I can't play with my nipples. I mean, who ever thought?
Whoever thought?
Blitz, when I got the largest single FCC fine in the history of the FCC, they didn't have any problem. If I would have been saying all of that while tweaking my nipples, none of it would have been a problem.
Right.
Mr. Clem, you have 7 violations speaking about, various sexual stuff, but your nipple tweakage, we don't care about that.
Mm-hmm.
You could, who cares?
Tweak away, my friend.
Right. Tweak. So I had, as I am God, think about how many problems God has.
So many.
By the way, we'll be live on Facebook at 10:15. It's our first time we've ever been live on Facebook.
As a show.
And we might keep doing it if it works out pretty swellsville.
Yeah, you graded it up on Facebook the other day.
I did.
And then you were driving somewhere the other day. You were on Facebook.
I'm trying to Facebook it up so we can qualify to start making some money on Facebook, and then we can see, we're making more money, which is pretty cool.
Money is good.
Yeah.
I like money.
We're in beta testing. So, whatever. We'll figure it out. We always find our way.
Yeah.
2017, when I lost it all, nobody ever thought that I'd be able to figure out a way to be able to pay my bills and have a show that had multiple people on it in a facility such as this.
You never went off the air, right?
Never.
Like you didn't take a month off or.
Nope.
Okay, you just kept going.
Nope, because I still had Blitz at one time. Were we down to? I think just Charleston.
For a little while, was it like an 18 for a little bit? I think we were just Charleston.
Just Charleston.
Yep.
And no Twitch.
No, it was Twitch.
Yeah. Okay.
Twitch. But radio-wise, it was only Charleston.
Yeah, just Charleston.
And how many people were on the show? And you could pay them all?
Well.
No.
Okay.
I couldn't. I was borrowing money from Tom Bean and people I was borrowing a bunch of money.
Mm-hmm.
But that couldn't last for much longer.
Of course.
And then Twitch hit Twitch kind of really started hitting about February of 18.
Yep. Yeah, because so you guys started in what was like October 17?
Right.
And then I started the very beginning of December 17.
And then that's when we kind of started making some money on the deal.
Yeah, and it took, it's still like later on that year, it really picked up. And then like what was like.
And then, the show got, we've made various changes and things like that. And it just seems to be doing really, really good. And then we've learned how to better distribute the content where you can do content, you can do regular radio, but you can make a living off of the additional content outside of radio. Like if we were to lose terrestrial radio, we would not miss a beat.
Right.
75% of our income comes from outside of terrestrial radio.
Mm-hmm.
And we can survive on that. And it's just, I don't know, we're continuing to dial in this, this world, so to speak, this show.
Sure.
Not only are we evolving the show, but we're evolving how we distribute the show. And I think we're about 5 years behind on some stuff, but 5 years ahead on others.
Mm-hmm.
There have been radio people that have seen what we've been able to do on Twitch and said, well, I'll just put cameras in my studio and I'll be able to make, and that lasts about 2 or 3 months because they don't have the global following or the quality of a show that people will pay for.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not all start like this. All starts and stops with not, Bubba's the best and Bubba thought of this. This all starts and stops with the fact that we do a show that people like enough to pay for. That's
Absolutely.
where it starts. It starts with the Iggies. It starts with the Bubba Lights. It starts with the Phildos. It starts with the largest contributors, and it trickles on down to the guy that goes and watches our YouTube videos. We're monetizing it almost every way you can. And most radio personalities, the first issue they have is they don't own their own content. Their corporation that they're working for producing a show owns that content. So they can't take that content and really distribute it anyways. 2, the content sucks. Let's just be honest. 3, people will never pay additional money for that content.
Mm-mm.
You are like a, UHF television station that people can get for free over the antenna.
That was a good movie.
We're Netflix. You got to pay for us. But, bitch, we got Yellowstone-type qualities.
Oof.
That's how good we are. So there's so many different facets of what we do and how we distribute things, and we are learning our way as it's happening. And I got to first and foremost just be so humble to the, few thousand people that realistically, Blitz, Well, I mean, it would probably be just a few thousand on Twitch, but there's a following on YouTube, and that helps. We make thousands of dollars a month on YouTube.
Yep.
We're going to see how potentially good Facebook could be, but everybody, the Bubba Army collectively, if you like the show and you seek this show out and by other means, you're contributing to our success. And we thank you so very much. I don't think that I bitch a lot. I tell you what's wrong. Did you know I had GERD last night?
Oh, GERD?
Uh-oh.
I had GERD last
You
night.
didn't tell us.
Today is going to be a day where I leave the studios and I'm going to lay in bed all day.
Me too.
You're
I'm
GERD?
going to take pills.
Me too.
What kind?
I don't, a lot.
In syrup form?
I'm taking everything I got in my medicine cabinet.
Okay, well,
If
I'm
you happen to
mixing it all
drop a
together.
pill or two, I'll pick them up.
Because, even God, think about as many problems that comes at God's every day.
So many.
Sometimes he's just like, I got to chill
Well,
out.
if you
man.
think about it in Genesis, God had to rest on the seventh day.
Right. So today is my Sunday because, back to my original thought, and that is, we are so thankful to everybody that calls himself Bubba Army.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's pretty much that simple. Whether you just listen to me on 98 Rock in Charleston for free, or you're listening to us on 103.1 Florida Man Radio in Fort Walton Beach, and that's all you do.
And I've said it a million times. Like people all the time say, "Hey, man, I love your show," but I can't afford to send any money. The most important thing to do, two things: listen and tell a friend.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. That's it.
That's the most important.
I
thing.
mean, maybe you don't quite have the purple-headed monster that the Fildo does or Bubba Light.
Right.
We don't. First
That's
of all,
fine.
we're so thankful for them. We
Absolutely.
wouldn't be here for them and the eggs. But the bottom line is, tell a friend about where they can find us. That's it.
Honestly, the Bubba Army is so unique. When I first started working here and it was explained to me the support that people give, I was very confused.
Well, and then in the other place where you came from, it's so lied about because they don't think that it's real. So that like people at Cox are like, yeah, Bubba, says that he's pretty much the Bubba Army pays for everything, and they do like 30,000 plays. Seriously,
I just didn't understand.
He's insane.
But the people, I mean, they love you. They love the operation. They love the brand. They love everything, and just the amount of support is really mind blowing.
I will tell you what I loved on my 14th fragmented thought right now.
Yeah.
Is when I pulled in on my moped yesterday.
Yeah.
And there's my angel, Tara.
Oh,
Fish on 1,000 bits.
Which means if she's here and I saw your stupid ass videotaping me, but I see you.
Yeah.
I see you, her, and Blitz here. Well, of course, I think there might be a real hot torso threesome that might be happening in the green room.
That could happen.
Yeah, there was.
But it means that you two little sluts are putting together a podcast.
We sure did.
And within our podcast world, Blitz will tell you, even if I try to lie about things, he calls me out. That's our hottest. That is our hottest podcast we got going.
Yeah.
It is.
Everybody loves. I don't know if it's called Tara and Anna or Anna and Tara, but everybody loves it. And the more you can give me, the better. You little whores.
Yeah, I mean, she's got a crazy schedule because her business is booming and she's busy, but she always makes time whenever I ask. So thank you, Tara. I love her. You're so lucky that's your sister.
She's so cool.
She's so
awesome.
lucky that's your sister. I can't get over it.
She's what is evening out our family. Our family would be like, if it was like if you just factored me into the equation, Janie Cakes had one kid.
Oh God,
and just me.
Poor thing.
Yeah. Janie Cakes probably would already been dead.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, Bubba. I would love for you to pull up the first time you ever had the discussion when Tom Bean brought the Twitch idea to you. I remember that day, and you just fussed about it. It would kind of be funny to hear that all over again.
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
if you
probably
can
me.
find that in the Wayback Machine.
We'll look, okay, buddy? In the hot tub Wayback Machine. I can remember I was in Tom Bean's office, which used to be in this building right above the studios.
Yep.
And for like 10 years, Tom had his whole operation upstairs before we turned it into Clem's Clubhouse. And I just got fired from, I was in a big federal lawsuit, and I just sold my house, and I was getting ready to lose this building, and 98.7 just fired me. And I did, I was just like, I was getting ready to lose it all. They were getting ready to foreclose on my house. They were getting ready to foreclose on the building. and I was like losing $15,000 or $20,000 a month on doing the show, paying Manson. You know, I was bleeding money.
Mm-hmm.
I had like, I'd borrowed like $40,000 from Richard. I borrowed some money from my parents. I did pay them back. I would never not pay my parents back. I borrowed some money from my parents. I borrowed some money from Tom. I still owe Tom some. Trying to make payroll, and so there came a point where Tom was like, "Listen, you can't pay for this building anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't. Like the building mortgage was like $5,400 or something. I don't know, with insurance and property taxes. The all-in payment was like $6,000, and I could not afford to pay the building anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I kept getting." You know, Valley, with the person that has the screen name Valley National Bank, that's such a rib.
It sure is.
It's such a great rib because that's the bank that was going to foreclose on me. So I'm getting ready to lose my house. They're getting ready to foreclose. And Astelia, this wonderful realtor, I'd used all these other realtors. It sucked. I finally got her. I'd used her before. She'd sold something before me. Me and Tom Bean were actually arguing because he wanted me to use his persons. And I'm like, So we used their, they suck. Finally, we put Astelia on it, and 37 days before they were going to foreclose on my house, she sold it.
Wow.
And she sold it for $24,000 more than I had all the liens and the tax liens and all that.
Sure.
So I got, boom, I get out of that, take the $24,000, buy a trailer, a trailer from Jeff Matthews, put it in the back, and Tom's like, listen, it takes about a year. You can probably go without paying the mortgage here for about a year,
mm-hmm.
and then they'll come evict you. You know, they'll start the foreclosure process.
Let me Wi-Fi.
Valley National Bank, 1,000 bits.
Thank you, buddy. So,
and we said it recently too, but the plan was to come in the middle of the night, me and you, and grab all the equipment we can and leave.
And so I buy a trailer because I need a place to stay. I sold my house. I buy a trailer. And I'm, trying to do, and I remember at that point, Blitz, I was trying to do shows at night.
Yes.
Just to get Twitch going.
We're fencing 3,000 bits.
So I'm living in a trailer. I'm doing like Bubba 199s. I'm really concentrating on Twitch. Blitz, that's kind of...
You did a little bit of gaming.
But that's kind of when we started kind of building up the steam on the deal. Me actually living here made me work harder.
Yes.
I guess, things all happen for a reason, kind of, right?
Yeah. Well, it's funny because we talked about that on the Off the Rails show, me, Lummy, and Anna the other day, about the timeline of you living in the trailer and like Lummy hanging out, and you guys are best friends for a couple months.
Right.
And then doing 199.
Yep. That's how 199 started.
Just me and Lummy.
Yeah. Me and a little microphone.
And so...
Yeah, because we were talking, because that was the night that we did 199 with just us.
Yeah.
And so we were talking about how that got started, and it was started out just being you guys just at night. It didn't start out 199. It just kind of, you guys were just live.
And then Janessa.
Yep.
Janessa came back. We started hanging out. She was my roommate.
Well, then remember you were doing
girls.
Yeah, you started doing the smoke shows.
Right. Bubba's smoke shows.
And that was just a pain
in the ass.
And
that was a pain in the ass because you're dealing with strippers who don't really understand the concept. And
it's the worst.
They want to strip, and you're like, no, don't strip.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but Warren told us, not Lummy, the guy, Warren told us to, do whatever you said when we had to take out our knockers. No. Don't take out your knockers. Just sit there and be cute.
And they thought it was some kind of scam.
Right. So
wait, are you walking through the listeners through like what's going on with you?
No, like,
every day. Like, are you saying I live in a trailer?
He didn't say any of that.
No, I'm not. No, I'm saying I'm still the man. I'm not telling everybody I'm going home. I'm walking 17 steps to my trailer, crying myself to sleep every night.
Right.
I'm not telling them that I'm looking at my 9mm. Contemplating suicide. I'm not telling the listeners.
You're just doing a regular ass show.
I'm just acting like I am today, in a great mood. You really don't know how sad I am. Write that down, Lummy, as what God... Man, can you imagine if your God really was honest and he said that? You don't know how sad I am.
Right.
Doug Clem's Polaroid 0 with 1,000 bits.
And at your lowest point, who was on the show? It was like Tuttle?
Me, when Janessa came, it was kind of cool. It kind of built up some self-confidence for various reasons. But
right. Well, you also were living in a house then too,
Right.
with her.
So anyway, let me just continue this
Sure.
timeline.
Yep.
So, I'm living in a trailer now. Now, mind you, my son Tyler and I aren't speaking because his family's got him all kabukied out that I'm, a loser. And, Tyler, I have 50% custody, so he comes down to be with me, and he has to live in a trailer.
Right.
And so I got to think that ain't cool. And, and his family's telling him that your dad's a loser, and he's big, and he's the worst guy in the world, and he's
at the end of Runway.
yeah. So then I'm like, I'm in this trailer behind this, and you got to understand, Anna, I would leave like at do our after show till like 11:15. Then I would literally just go out back and just sit in a lawn chair.
Yeah.
That is depressing.
Out in the parking lot, and watch Southwest 5-9er 4-9er come in.
Yeah.
So I did have this though. Blitz did hardwire the internet into the trailer, so I had good TV.
Yep.
Okay.
So I had this I had this 31-foot trailer, just like you see in the movies. 31-foot trailer.
It was nice, but it was still a trailer
with a big screen TV and a recliner, and that's it. And I just sat there and just would watch TV and look. It just sucked.
You must have been so depressed.
Had every channel.
I did had horrible TV service. I had like YouTube TV that I was actually paying for.
Yeah.
So anyway, before I became rich and famous
I know,
again.
for a while you had antenna, and every time a plane would come over, it would pixelate. Remember that?
Blitz, what? I'm watching Channel 10, and every time a plane comes, Blitz was like, well, you got a big metal object that's going between it and the antenna.
Yeah.
Can you do something? Not really. So at this point, the bank, I got people that are looking at the building, because if they buy the building, and then I can maybe talk to them about...
Yeah, wasn't it like Tara's friend that hooked you up with Mark?
Yeah, so one of Tara's friends hooks me up with a guy named Anthony, who does he's like a lawyer, and he does property, he does like deeds and things like that.
Right.
Sir, I forget what they call it. Mortgage people, I don't know.
He was I thought the guy's name was like Brent or something.
Well, that was the first guy. Then he hooked up with a guy named Anthony, and then Anthony's dad is Paulie, who owns the building with Mark.
Gotcha.
So Anthony's like, hey, Paulie, my dad, and him and Mark go and buy properties. Like they got a little business.
Yeah.
They own like 6 condos on the beach, and they a whole bunch of stuff.
Right.
So they come down here and look at the building, and initially they're like,
Right, it's not a great investment.
Yeah, this, and then
bunch of heathens.
One of the things about buying the building is the ability to have a tenant that can pay.
Mm-hmm.
So they, here they are, they're paying $900,000, $1 million for this building. I am about 10 months behind on payments.
Oh God,
I'm $75,000 behind.
Yep.
And I mean, I'm.
And to anyone that buys the building, they have to catch up with that first before they can buy it.
Right.
Yep.
So I'm just trying to give you guys a timeline of what I've gone through. So Mark tells Paulie, you know what? I believe in this guy. I think, and so I'm like a little salesman here. I'm like, listen, we're doing good on Twitch. We're starting to get some momentum on this.
And that's right when we were kind of starting.
Yeah, and we kind of are. We're starting to get some momentum.
Yep.
We really are.
Yep.
And we're starting to kind of, the show's getting better. I got a house in Odessa. Janessa's my roommate.
Yep.
Just a lot of cool stuff's happening. And so they look at my books. The potential guys who are going to buy the building, they look and they're like, well, you're not making enough money to even pay the mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
What we're going to charge you, and then you have to carry insurance. And I mean, I'm not in charge of property taxes now, but I have to still insure it. And so, so I sit down. And I got these laptop computers, and we're sitting there in the green room, and I'm showing Mark. Paulie was ready to tell me to pack sand. Mark believed in me. He's like, you know what? We're going to buy the building, and we're gonna believe in you. Part of us buying this building is that we think you can turn it around.
Wow.
And so they have to write a $75,000 check to Valley just to get me so they don't start foreclosing.
Yeah, so you're caught up.
So they buy the building. So I get with Blitz and be like, listen, if things don't turn around, I like this Mark Tate guy.
Yeah.
He's super cool.
Well, and this was the plan before we knew Mark Tate, obviously.
Yeah, but if we can't make another 10 grand or something, like if we can't figure something out, buddy, it's going to be me and you in like my sister's back bedroom.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
He's like, okay. I go, so we might have a week's notice, but if we have a week's notice, call Steve from Purple People Movers and everybody we know, and we're going to go ahead and gut this place the best we can.
Mm-hmm.
And
hopefully make something work somewhere else.
And that was on 2 plans. That was on one, if the bank took it over and we finally got evicted.
Right.
Or if the new guys were, just not
Bunch
cool,
of dicks. Yeah.
not cool.
Well,
so about that,
not even not cool. Yeah, just regular landlords, really.
Yeah,
I mean,
like just, hey. So October of 18, I think. I don't know. They buy the building. And we continue to grow. We're continuing to grow this. We're continuing to make more money on Songcast. We're continuing to pick up a couple affiliates. The Bubba Army is growing. More people are finding out about us. More people are going to our YouTube. More people are going to our Twitch. More people are just like, our monthly number is growing. And we are able to pay our bills.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell you, Blitz, that I made my last payment last month of the $75,000 that I owed him.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I also have been texted that people would like me to complete my Bubba woes me timeline deal, because I don't know that I did.
Well, the one guy was wondering when you brought up Twitch first, and I think I found it. I think it's March 29th, 2017.
No. That's when they started beta testing and filed for the name and all that kind of stuff. We really didn't start. They were talking about it June, July, getting it all set up and running cameras and all that kind of stuff, the stuff that they thought we needed to do and like that. But Blitz, I think we didn't really go live until October.
Yeah, I think it was October, but like I said, I didn't join until the first week of December. So.
And we were already on.
Yeah, you were on.
So I think middle of October. I've always been told it was October 11th. Might have been our first day, October 11th, 2017. Okay. Lummy, we probably should figure out our actual start date so that we could always refer to that.
I gotcha.
As an anniversary, if you will.
Oh, sorry. I was talking. I guess you brought up Twitch. If you should stream on it March 29th, 2017.
Oh, you mean just on the regular show?
Correct,
you mean contemplating?
Yeah, you were kind of talking to listeners and seeing if you should start streaming.
Yeah, I remember I had a meeting with Tom Bean upstairs. He's like, "Hey, listen, I've been talking to these people in San Francisco. There's this thing called Twitch. It's all where gaming people go. Here, let me show you." So
Living on your lips, gifted 10 subs.
So I'm in his office, Blitz. I've already done the show. I'm not paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just worried about how much. I'm worried about my 31-foot trailer.
Tom, how do I get one of those microphones with the ears on it?
Tom,
I want to lick it.
Tom, I got to wear a tank top and lick ears.
And wear cosplay.
So he's showing me. In fact, one of the ones we go to, Blitz, are Amaruth, because I think she's and she
front page Willie all the time.
Yeah, does her dad own the place? Is she Amaruth Bezos?
Yeah.
Is she the most popular person on Twitch?
She gets promoted the heaviest.
Yeah, for sure.
What's her name? Amarosa?
Amaruth. And by the way, Blitz, we're very much Amaruth fans.
Oh, for sure.
She's one of the first people I was.
We were watching her the other day.
I think she might have hired a trainer or something, because she's really looking good.
Mm-hmm. And what does she do exactly?
Everything.
Okay. Yeah, does she game and stuff?
She games. Yeah. She shakes her ass. She hot tubs. She ASMRs. You know.
She was licking ears. That was her.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Hey, you want the
That's
big?
Hot.
I'm gonna tell you how we can make them. When I get GERD, I get into sleep apnea. If you want to hear, some real gurgling sounds, just mic my pillow up at night. That'd be the best ASMR.
That was pillow mic.
You don't want to be an overmodulating bitch.
No, I mean, I've been told, people that have spent the night with me before, that I struggle through the night.
And you snore.
And so anyway, October, Tom tells me, hey, what we're gonna do is we're gonna camera up the studios. By the way, Tom says, we got to spend now, Blitz, don't start saying how we bought all the wrong stuff and blah, blah, blah.
No,
we know all that.
Yeah, not at all.
So, but we did have to camera up the studios and camera up the studio. And this place has never relied on being cameraed up because that's exactly what we don't do. When we've been doing radio for all these years, we're scared of we hate cameras.
Yeah. It was built with video in mind as far as like having a camera guy come in to film stuff, but not actually like put cameras in the studio.
So we have to. So Tom gives me the great news. He goes, "Hey, listen, I gotta get like $25,000 to wire up and camera up the studios." And I'm like, "Well, Tom," he's like, "I got it.
Mm-hmm.
So Tom paid for them to come in here, wire it all up. And of course, it was wrong, but we've since, we're slowly making changes to the right stuff.
Yep. FT Greg and Amy get the 10 subs.
Which, by the way, I love them. Which, by the way, we are in the middle of constantly remodeling, trying to look better.
Yes, always.
On video. So Blitz has got a couple projects that he's working on. One of which is to put something behind me that looks a little better, like maybe a flashing TV screen or something like that. And then the other thing is, Anna, we're going to turn, where Blitz, when he does off the rails, how he sits up here?
Yeah.
We're going to make that if we have a guest, that's where our guest will go when I interview them.
Oh, and so you can see their face?
Yes. So, and it can be, and they'll be cameraed up here as well.
Oh, that's cool.
So like Lana would be right there, and I would be able to have this type of conversation.
Right. Yeah.
Which is exactly opposite of anything I've ever wanted to do in radio.
Yeah, you never wanted to see anybody.
In fact, my whole world is built around, I don't want to see you.
Why is that more comfortable for you? It just is?
It's more comfortable because I can be more adversarial.
Okay, because you don't have to look at them. Yeah. It's not as confrontational. That makes sense.
Plus I'm intimidating. So if I'm like this, and you guys can see me.
Lummy's looking down.
You're instantaneously, I'd be like, Anna, really? For real?
Yeah.
Really?
That's when you know.
Is that what we're going with right now?
So it makes the other person less open.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, Anna, really? For real? Is that what we're going with?
No.
Serious?
No.
Why don't you shut up for a little bit?
Okay, bye.
But meanwhile, if I'm behind the screen, you're like,
right. I get it. Okay.
I think it makes people more animated on all fronts.
I got you.
Not only me, but you as well.
Right.
And how you respond back to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Lummy, if we're doing a show like this, look at me. And
look at him.
Look at him, Lummy.
Him.
I can't.
And be like, Lummy, hey, how you doing, buddy?
Great.
Good. And so, hey, how's the goats doing?
Good.
Oh, look at me.
Get that buffalo head up there and look at him.
Look at me.
They're
good.
Yeah.
They're good.
So you talked to Big Red about the basketball goal?
Yeah, he's working on it.
Look at me.
Yeah, he's working on it.
Yeah, see how you're even dumber, slower, and stupider when you have to look at me. That's why I'm Wizard of Oz back here, bitches.
I was always told when you stood up, it's not good for anybody.
It's true. That's true.
That's true.
Still the case.
Yeah.
And so Tom Bean tells me, hey, we're going to camera this all up, and we're on Twitch. You're watching it. I'm like, Tom.
Country Girl 92, 5,000 bits.
Love her with those jugs. I'm like, Tom, looks like everybody's playing Fortnite and, Witch of Worldcraft and I don't see one
licking ears and stuff.
Yeah.
Tom, I don't see not one thing that we do on here. Like, I don't see a show on here at all. Like, there's not he's like, we can get, for the first time in your career, numbnuts, you can actually be the first one in. Mm-hmm. I'm like, the first one in for what? The first one in to do radio to a bunch of kids that want to watch Fortnite? No, Tom, I don't want to do this. And I can remember I walked out of his office and he goes, if you don't do it, you're going to fail faster than what you already are.
Oof.
I'm like, I turned back around. I go, what was that? He said, if you don't at least try it, you're going to fail faster than you already are. You can't go another 2 or 3 months. You only have about another 2 or 3 months of money left.
And I think that was an important point because it's like you needed to be open-minded enough to try new stuff.
Right. Like I was like, no.
It was,
and I was literally.
I do radio.
That was bigger than Twitch. That was like.
And basically what Tom was saying is, I'm not loaning you any more money.
Yeah.
And like you guys, a lot of people don't understand the dynamic between me and Tom Bean, and it might make me cry, but Tom Bean has been with me since 1994. Tom Bean is one of the very few agents that have ever been able to negotiate an all-in content deal, meaning every piece of content I ever did was licensed to the station and I owned it. And when I was no longer on your station, I took my stuff and you had no rights to it. And even Howard's deal
was very uncommon.
So even Howard had to pay CBS $6 million to bring his library over to Sirius XM. The one thing that Tom Bean did, the most brilliant thing he did, was do that, and got me to own all of my stuff.
Oh yeah.
And that deal wasn't cut until '96. He got Clear Channel to backtrack it from day one on the Power Pig. So he first cut that deal, and then through all the years of
all your crap,
all the stuff, the lawsuits,
yeah, because he was involved in all those.
And I had to borrow, and on my big federal lawsuit, my last one, I had to borrow money from him and his wife.
And more importantly, he spent countless hours and months and years of time.
Oh yeah, so Anna, I could have never paid a legal firm to sift through 88,000 pages of legal briefs during these lawsuits. I would have been broker that much faster. He did. He is the one that found all the good stuff, and he practically tried it himself. But more importantly, in the leanest years of all, the 17, the 18s, where my bills would be $23,000 and I made $9,600 for the month. And Tom would be like, I'll put it in. I'll put it in.
Jeez.
And I was just like, it almost makes me want to cry right now.
And back then too, there was a real question on whether it wasn't a guaranteed payback.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He was taking a chance on you.
Oh, I still owe Tom hundreds of thousands of dollars. I do. I still owe Tom and Gina a couple $100,000. I do. I wouldn't be here today. Those are my angels. It's humbling, the people that, that have continued to step up to help me try to pull the nose up.
Yep.
Or I would be dead. I would have killed myself.
You really believe that?
No, I don't think I would have. Deep down, because of Tyler.
Right.
At the end of the day, I thought about it a few times, but I would be like, how could you do that to your son? How could you that's the selfish, meanest thing that you could put on that kid. That is your son. He's already, life's already against him because he's your son.
And
now you're going to go ahead and kill yourself because you're a pussy?
That's what I was just going to say. So, you didn't have a terminal illness. It wasn't something like that, but just,
843 Bubba, 5Gs, love you.
It's kind of the pussy way out if you're just in hard times.
Yeah.
And that's what
it's kind of the pussy way out.
It really is.
If I, fell off a motorcycle and was a quadriplegic.
Yeah, that's totally different.
3 months to live.
Talking to a lawyer about, becoming a church.
Yeah, that's totally different.
Talking to your lawyer about becoming a church on your moped and getting hit by a semi.
Yeah, that happens,
But, and so, as a couple times I contemplated it, and both times I'm like, you know what? That is what are you, a pussy?
Yeah, it's a coward way out.
Times are tough. They're not putting you in prison. Thank God there's not a debtor's prison. I would be in there right now. And so, I actually talked to Tyler a few days ago. I'm like, about suicide. It was him and his girlfriend, and we were just hanging out. The one cool thing, Blitz, is now that Tyler lives with me, we hang out as friends and get a talk.
Yeah, that's good.
And we were talking about my lowest point. And we were talking about how part of that lowest point is when he wouldn't have anything to do with me for over a year.
I remember that.
And, I actually told Tyler and Ace, I'm like, you know what? I actually thought about killing myself. And Tyler goes, for real? You're really thinking about that? And I go, yeah, I was thinking about it, but I would have never done it. And I said, we need to talk about that. I think that teen suicide could be prevented a lot by if your parents talked to you about it.
Sure.
But it's not a topic that you ever bring up with your kids. And so I told both the kids, I'm like, listen, you know what? No matter how bad it gets, no matter what trouble you think you're in, never do that. Always know that you can pick up the phone. There's nothing you can do that would be worth that, because all you're doing is ruining your family's life. You've ruined your mom's life. You've ruined your dad's life. You've ruined your brother's and your sister's life. You've ruined, your friends. It's the most selfish.
And it makes them feel like they weren't enough to stick around for.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
And
so, but I don't think parents talk to their kids about it. I think suicide's like sex, where you're like, you know what, I'm just not going to really talk about it, and it'll just, figure itself out.
I think
they don't want to talk about it unless they have to.
Even sex, they talk about way more than they would suicide.
Yeah.
I think
you need to tell your kid,
unless there's like a specific reason for it, like a friend did it or tried it or something.
Yeah.
Then they'll talk about it, but not
especially two kids that are madly in love, and let's say that they would. I hope they don't break up. I absolutely adore Tyler's girlfriend, but puppy stuff happens.
Yeah.
And I even said, if you two would break up and you think it's the end of the world and you can't live without each other, it's not worth it. Do not ever.
No way.
But I felt
there's no person that's worth that.
But I felt as if I needed to have that conversation with these kids, and I feel like parents don't have that conversation with their kids.
They don't.
I mean, Anna, did your dad or mom ever take you aside and say, hey, Anna, we love you, and no matter how bad it ever gets, even though you took your first breath in Israel, no matter how bad it ever gets, don't ever think about hurting yourself. Don't ever do that. We're always here as a family. There's nothing you can do that would ever warrant that. Did they ever have that conversation with you?
No, but I didn't I wasn't showing any signs of depression or anything growing
up. That's actually
but...
why her dad came into town a few weeks ago. Yeah. To have that talk.
Huh?
Oh. Yeah. Oh, Anna, I'm so sorry you did not kill yourself.
My dad's a Russian.
I was trying to do. I was trying to think of an accent to do too, but I was like, I can't pull it off.
You know why? You know why, bitch? Because you are stuck on your. For $1 million, you couldn't come up with another impression because you're so laser locked on your Anna deal because you do it so well, and that's all you do.
Larry Plummer's tape, 5,500 bits.
Can I kill myself after brunch Sunday?
Right.
Is that her dad talk still?
Only way I would kill myself if I couldn't do brunch.
Literally, it's been hurting my throat because of how much I've been doing it.
Larry Plummer's taint 5500. Thank you so much. So anyway, Tom Bean is just like
he's your angel.
He really Fabrizi,
your sister,
my sister. They've all stepped up and believed in me, and I don't want people. I do pay Tom a monthly amount. I don't want you to think I'm just
right.
Tom's also my partner in the track, so we do have the same accountant, and I do continually try to pay Tom back.
Good. Yeah.
I will spend the rest of my life paying him back. He's truly, at the end of the day, he's the reason why the show survived. I mean, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
that Twitch idea.
Well, that and just
also loaning you money
and the fun, funding of the money,
and the time and the lawyer stuff.
Oh yeah,
the support and the pizzas.
I love him.
Yeah.
By the way, today I will tell you this, Tom. Please don't call me today because I'm not taking anybody's phone calls.
Taking pills.
Like Tom Bean.
The only thing I'm taking is pills. I'm not taking calls. Taking pills.
Can you imagine your voicemail said,
your mission
"Hi,
statement.
I'm not available to take your phone call right now because I'm taking pills."
Yep. The only thing I'm taking today is pills.
I'm not taking calls, taking pills. But I'll take your message tomorrow after the pills.
Mm-hmm.
Leave one.
Beep.
So, in the order of calls that I absolutely return or Tom Bean is at the very top of that.
Yeah.
And I just want everybody, and Blitz is probably second or third. Please, everybody keep the calls to me today at a 0 volume because I didn't get any sleep last night.
At all?
Very little.
Yeah, you're not the only one.
So here's what happened. So yesterday, I have a friend bring me some steaks.
That's not a friend, by the way.
I know. I'm really mad at this person.
It was a trick.
Now, how was it?
And by the way, Blitz, your name was mentioned because I told my friend, let me tell you about Blitz K. When he brings me stuff from the organic farmers like Trader Joe's,
the fresh market.
highest quality,
Tuesday Special Willie.
grass-fed deal. And I said, I don't get sick on it. It's great stuff.
Yep.
I said, you brought this so-called friend, brought me steaks. And hold on. So I made one, Blitz.
Well, where were they from?
No, hold on. I didn't find out where they're from.
Okay.
until
Okay.
I was going to ask how they wrapped.
Okay.
Because you can bet I would have not consumed it.
Okay, so you didn't know beforehand.
No. So I made this steak. It seems real tough.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of those thin, plank, pounded out steaks.
Okay.
How was it wrapped though? Like, was it like in a plastic bag or?
No, it was like wrapped
Was
like
it
in
Ziploc?
a tray with 3 other
It's an
stupid
aluminum
ass
foil.
pieces of Brontosaurus burger. So I make it and I season it up and I go to cut it and I cannot cut it with just a standard steak knife.
Oh no.
I can't cut it. But so here's the problem in itself.
I'm hungry.
I start this process. I'm running behind yesterday, and I start this process at 2:45. So I'm already. Listen, you guys, I am an absolute weirdo. I have to stay on my regiment, or my whole thing gets screwed up.
Mm-hmm.
My whole aura, if you will. I'm a half a step away from Baker acted.
Right.
If I get off my regiment, I'm like Rain Man. If I get off my regiment, man, it just throws me off.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm supposed to eat it again, Anna, the infamous 246.
I thought we were doing 357.
No,
we're back to 246.
Well, if I'm going to train in the morning, then it's 246.
Okay.
If I don't go to the gym, it's a 357.
Gotcha.
I seem to do better. I do better at
Throw in the towel.
246.
Yeah.
I do better at 246. So that requires eat at 2, medicate at 4, pass out by 6.
Mm-hmm.
In bed or passed out by 6. At least in bed by 6. Write it all down, Lemmy.
Yes.
Go ahead and tell me what you just wrote down, Lemmy.
I wrote down, so if you're going to the gym the next day, it's 246, which 2 is eat, 4 is med, 6 is pass out.
Or
if
in
it's
bed.
a no gym day, it's 357, which is 3 eat, 5 med, 7 is pass out or be in bed.
Right, exactly. So, Anna, I start to eat this steak. Now, after I'm eating it and I can't cut through it, my friend then, which I feel I almost need to do my Anna impersonation, my friend goes, I got those steaks from Save-A-Lot.
No.
Because I say to my friend,
where's Save-A-Lot?
That's a big grocery store.
Where did you get these steaks? And they go, Save-A-Lot.
Oh, no.
And I go, I'm going to be honest with you. I've eaten the whole thing now because I'm starving. And I feel like I have to throw up. And they go, well, you better throw up because if you don't, you're going to have GERD all night long.
Oh, my God.
And I tell the person, don't tell me what to do, first of all. And second of all, I think I'm at the point now where I can't throw it up. I think that I'll get sick throwing it up. I'm going to have to try to push it down.
Why did we go to Whole Foods?
So I start drinking water and try and sugar-free Dr. Pepper, which probably isn't the best for me. And I'm trying to, because it's stuck. It's like just kind of, that's where
so
GERD.
That's like Drano?
Just GERD. That's what GERD is. GERD's just like, it's just.
Have you tried
like acid reflux, right?
Have you tried like Pepto-Bismol?
You guys, I know my body. I'm like goddamn John Wonder around here.
I just looked up Save-A-Lot. There's 99 days of summer.
I'm John Mayer. My body's a goddamn wonderland. I know what I got going on.
$3.99 fresh boneless beef sirloin tip steak.
Jesus, God, please let me just shut up. So I eat it. I then the person then tells me you're gonna have GERD, and I go, I know I'm gonna have GERD, but I can't throw this up. Because I've tried and it's down too far.
I fed you poison.
Did you? You know that Roundup Lovey was running?
Yeah. It's on your steak.
So I then start trying to pound water, but I'm kind of, it's like I'm girded. Like I'm just girded.
Oh, no.
I'm girded. I can't puke it up. I tried. It was dry heaved. But I have like almost a valve in my esophagus. Once it's gone down so far.
Won't come back up?
Yeah.
One way, Willie?
No.
Oh.
In fact, my esophagus has so many miles going the other way, Blitz, that it's not good coming back.
Did you do like fingers in the throat deal?
Did do it twice. Yes, I did.
Okay.
And then once you realized that wasn't working, then you started pushing it down?
So I tried.
Okay.
So now it's Pill time. It's medication time, and it's now 4:45.
Okay.
And it's not 4:45 empty stomach Willie. It's because at 4:45 usually I've eaten at 2, and I've not eaten.
Yeah, you've had almost 3 hours to digest.
Steaks from Mother effing Save-A-Lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's
you're girded up Jones.
It's the same as cat meat. And I'm completely now Blitz. I'm behind the 8 ball, and now my pills won't work because it's fighting the GERD.
Oh no, you got pills in your throat.
And so I start trying to get my pills to work, and they won't work. I go to bed at 6, cannot sleep. I get up at 8 o'clock and start vacuuming.
Okay.
Take more pills. Take another one of my night kickers. Because it's 8 o'clock now.
You still got time.
Nah, I'm pretty much screwed at this
Well, but
point.
I mean, any later than that, you're definitely screwed.
And you're getting up at what time?
I'm supposed to be getting up at 2:30.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, for the journey.
I blew through that.
Mm.
So finally, at 10:45, I that's the last time I remember looking at the clock was 10:45.
Oh god.
So my 2:30 alarm blows off. I blow through that. I have a 4:30 backup. So that means I'm just coming to the studio.
Yeah.
So I go through my 4:30, but now I'm bummed out because I missed my 2:30, and I still don't feel that good, and I didn't sleep at all. So that goes back to my original thought. Today, after we do our Facebook page, after we go do the after show live on Facebook,
Yep.
I'm going to go home, and I hope Tyler's hearing this as well. I know he's over there.
He is.
He lives with me. I'm going to go home, and I'm going to probably eat a little something, and then I'm going to bed.
Now, you think you can sneak a quick nap between shows or anything?
What do you mean between shows?
Before the Facebook show?
Oh, it's only 10 minutes.
Like a 7-minute little nap, Willie?
No, okay.
Maybe I'll try to.
Honestly, those can revive you a little bit.
Right. They can revive the average 170-pound man.
So
you think a little shut-eye is going to revolve?
Soon as the show's over, everyone clear out and stay out?
Yep.
Yeah, I would prefer that.
Yeah, I know you do anyway.
And then, but Blitz, you get the technical end of it so that we're like,
of course.
You know we're dialed in.
Yeah.
And exactly 10:15 we'll hit it, royalty free, and we'll be in on a Facebook. It'll go to Facebook at the Bubba Army, and we're going to be live. You'll see the whole show set up the way you see it now.
Yeah.
But then I'm going to do that for a little bit, an hour or so, and then I'm going home.
Yep.
And I want to be left alone, please. Because I'm going to try to get 1/2 step from suicide on how.
I tell you, me too. I got like maybe an hour and a half last night.
Yeah,
at
so
most.
It's going to be Bubba lays in bed day. I'll probably be in bed by 2 o'clock.
That's okay.
Oh, that sounds so nice.
I'll probably be in
Sleep
bed
like 12 hours.
By 12. No.
Oh.
I'll still do the 2-4. I'm going to eat at 2. I'm going to stay on my regimen. I'm going to eat at 2. I'll pill up at 4.
What do you think you're gonna eat?
Not.
Well, I've not. Yeah, not save a lot.
No. Yeah.
God.
Gross.
I think I'm going to have some mashed potatoes and macaroni and cheese.
There you go.
Tyler said hamburgers.
No. I think the hamburger meat's from Save-A-Lot.
Oh, that's even worse.
Well, that's why. Did you know that's why I left San Antonio, Texas?
Because you didn't want to learn Spanish?
No, because my competition, Rick the Stick, was making fun of me in Spanish, and I couldn't fight back.
Oh.
Back when we were Radio Wars. He was on Kitty 93. 93 KITY.
Do you remember some of the words he used?
Gordo.
Oh.
Pendejo. El Stupido. And then I found out what those mean. And I'm like, well, you're a this and a this and a that. But I had to say it in English.
And he was like, no comprende.
Yeah, no comprende. And I was like the stupid white guy. And I remember going to my boss and going, his name was Jeff McCartney. He's a great guy. I went to him, I said, hey, Jeff, I'm all about, I just came from Grand Rapids, Michigan, and I had this big radio war with a guy named Danny Douglas, and I destroyed him. Blitz, I came up with LAD, Listeners Against Danny Douglas.
Nice.
That was right when the big, Mothers Against Drunk Driving was really, remember when that first came out?
Yeah,
LAD.
Yeah. So I was, Bubba, it was 98 WGRD, and I forget who our competition was, but his name was Danny Douglas. And because usually most markets had 2 top 40s. And the first thing I would come in and would start making fun of the guy. And usually they hired me because they were getting their ass kicked. I never got hired when I did nights as a top 40 jock. When I went from Terre Haute to Grand Rapids to San Antonio to Chicago to Philly to Orlando to Chicago to Milwaukee to the Power Pig. Every one of those radio stations were top 40 radio stations. And I got hired because they were getting their ass kicked at night and they needed like a shock jock to come in here and really get the young people riled up. So that's where I was kind of like the guy to do that. And within the industry, it was like, man, Bubba the Love Sponge, if you can put up with the complaint calls and all the nonsense, he'll come in and steamroll your competition. He'll make fun of me. So my second job, I roll into Grand Rapids in I think it was August of 1988. And they sit down and like, listen, we're getting our ass kicked by this guy named Danny Douglas on KITY. And I was just thinking about him. I got on the air, you could call him I could call him names that I can't even say on the radio nowadays.
Wow.
Like Danny Douglas, you're nothing but this and you're nothing but that. You're just a little that and a little this. You know what? You don't even. I have hot chicks that are coming to the station trying to have sex with me. I know what you got coming down there, you little pussy boy. Like, I would just
tear into them.
It wasn't LAV. LAV was the somebody mentioned that it was WLAV in Grand Rapids. That was the rock station. I never had any problems with the rock guys because usually the rock guys when you're in the cities I worked at were like, WLEV, Grand Rapids, here's Pink Floyd in a Super 6 set nonstop. And I was on there just tearing it up, making fun of Danny Douglas. So I got on the air one night and said, I'm going to come up with a new club, Listeners Against Danny Douglas, LAD, double D, LA double D. And so it instantaneously, Anna, became like the cool kids in school would listen to me because I was a bad guy, and the little twinks would listen to Danny Douglas.
Right.
And so I actually had like the rugged football players and stuff of high schools that would make their own. And I was like, I don't have LADD Listener Against Danny Douglas t-shirts. So you have to make your own. Get a white t-shirt with a black magic marker and put LADD on the front and then put Bubba on the back. And there were these kids going to school and it was just this whole thing.
That's awesome.
And so I beat Danny Douglas hands down. One book beat him. They had this big party. Oh, my God. So then, Blitz, I get fired from Grand Rapids because I went a little too far on making fun of Danny Douglas.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Imagine
one
that.
night I said one little thing, and it was not interpreted correctly.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't your fault.
No, it was their fault.
Perceived
Actually, on the Bubba BJ podcast that comes on Friday, I explain that, don't I, Blitz? I get into that. How I got fired from Grand Rapids for what I said.
Yep.
So I get fired from Grand Rapids, but I got a win under my belt. I just smoked Danny Douglas. Like the book came back and I had like a 37 share and he had like a 15. Ooh. When I got there, he had like a 22 and my station had like a 9. And so I was the man, but they'd already fired me. So I go to San Antonio and they sit me down and like, listen, we know you're like real good and you're like crazy. And our competition at night is KITY Kitty. And the guy's name's Rick the Stick. And he's got like a 22 share and we got like a 7 share. And we need you to beat him. Because if you beat him, then as a station, we'll beat them. And it was like, they're for sales and all that stuff. So I came on there and it was like Rick with a small stick. That's the first thing I called him. I have some girl call show and be like, I just want to let you know you suck. Rick the Stick's the best. I would set those calls up. My bosses never understood. Like, why do you put phone calls on the air talking about how much you suck? And I go, because that's what people want to hear.
Right.
They rally against you. Like, well, we don't know if we should do that. I'm like, just shut up, okay? I got it. So then Rick the Stick figured I was just some stupid white kid from Indiana, and he started going, all gordo, bendejo. And so then I had to hire this girl that would listen and interpret what he was saying back to me.
Is this the one you wanted to bang? Like
Lori, the one that gave you the Bible?
Yeah, Lori Flores. I was trying to give her 2 fingers, and she gave me a Bible. There's my new book.
Yeah.
I was trying to give her 2 fingers. She gave me a Bible.
Oh.
God, you're so hot, 219, big lips. So I quit, Grant. I quit San Antonio because I can't beat them. The book comes out. I've like made a little bit of progress. And I had a chance to go to Los Angeles and work for Scott Shannon at Pirate Radio, or go to B96 in Chicago and work for Buddy Scott at B96. And I went to B96. And my guy that I was going against then was named Alan Cable. And he was such a... He'd just be like, "This is Alan Cable."
He was a cuber.
Yeah, he was just such a nerd. And so I said, I got on there. I'd be like, "Hey, Alan Cable, I'm coming. And I know where the parking garage is for 94.7 WLS FM, or what was it, WYTZ. And I said, "I'm coming to kick your ass." I was going to kill him. I told him that. I'm going to kill you.
Oh, my God.
You could say that on the air back in the day. I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
Then I got fired from that job.
Apparently you couldn't say that on the air.
No. And I went to Philadelphia. And I didn't really have it. It was the first time that I got to do a drive time. I went from nights to afternoon drive. But they wanted me to not be very personable. They just wanted me to be like, Q102, the new Q102, Bubba the Love Sponge, and it's Friday. I know that the Schuylkill Hill Interstate's backed up bumper to bumper, but here's Debbie Deb Lookout Weekend to help her make everything better on the new Q102. That's it. Not, "Hey, this is Lisa stuck in traffic, calling from my cell phone. I'm going to rub my pubic mound on the air." No, none of that cool stuff. So I got fired from there pretty quickly. Then I went to Orlando.
XL
106.7, and my the guy I was going against, what was his name? It was on the urban station. I forget his name. Damn it.
Was it Power?
Hold on. Bartel.
Whoa.
Was his name. Oh, I had a heyday with him. But I finally had management Blitz that would stick behind me and be like, "Yeah, we got 46 complaint calls today, and we told them all to pack sand."
Nice.
And then I got fired. And I went back to Chicago and did mornings on this top 40 station. And it was like, you got to play 7 songs an hour.
I can't even imagine you on a top 40.
Yeah. 7 songs an hour with the news chick, Joni Ciani. She was my news girl.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, "Hell, 94.7, Bubba Love Sponge in the morning, 15 past 6. Gonna throw it over to the newsroom. Joni, what do you got?" And then, I had to throw the little news sounders in there.
Right. Teletype machine.
Yeah, and then I'd be like, "Checking in with traffic next on the new Hell." The station was called Hell 94.7.
Let me guess. Did you get fired from there?
Well, no, they changed format.
How fortunate.
And listen, 62 days.
That's how long you were there for?
Yeah, they changed formats. So that they fire me.
2 months.
So they fire me, and I go to the general manager, Tom Tradup, and I go, "Hey, can us jocks come in here and use the studios?" Because at that time, Blitz, nobody had any way to, you had no way to make a best of tape.
Right.
Unless you'd have to edit them on the 2 or a 4-track deal.
Yeah.
So he's like, "Yeah, you know what? Get with the front desk girl and schedule times when you guys can use," because they
that was actually really cool of them.
Well, but here's the thing, Blitz. It was owned by WABC, and WLS AM they were just going to simulcast the AM onto the FM.
Okay.
So they had these facilities that we were working in,
right,
completely empty.
But that's still cool of them to let you come in there after just firing you.
Well, it was cool for 2 weeks until they said you couldn't do it anymore.
Okay.
So then I went and slashed all 4 of his tires.
Oh, okay.
Oh, geez. No, I did. So because I'm working in there. I'm working in there. Here we go. Here's. Did you find this, Lemmy? Is this you?
Yeah, 94.7.
Hold on.
Is this Chicago?
I think this is these. I almost want to say the F word right now.
Which
one? Yeah.
Oh. Because these things don't want to merge. They take so long. Here we go. WYTZ, Chicago's Hot 94.7. Danny Wright and Bubba the Love Sponge. Is this a
It's an air check. It says
No.
it's a sample of the station as Twilight's commercial promoting a club appearance.
WITZ is Chicago's Hot 94.7.
That's me. That's Danny Wright.
Danny Wright running down the hometown countdown. Voice choice, often imitated, never duplicated. Ladies in the house, we have computer.
This is how you were, man.
This is how it was back then.
This is how it was. Never imitated, never duplicated. UPO. By the way, this isn't me. This is the night guy, Danny Wright.
It feels so good.
This particular air check recorded sometime this month, 22 years ago, is a sample of the station in its twilight. It features a commercial promoting club appearances of Hot 94.7's hippest homie, Bubba the Love Sponge.
Wow.
Hippest homie? No.
Yeah,
What do they mean by hip?
I don't know.
Hippest homie?
Bubba the Love Sponge, and according to this page, hosted mornings for about 3 months before management decided to make a station simulcast heritage news, blah, blah, blah. Bubba stated that he would be hosting the dopest Halloween party ever.
Oh, nice.
Coca-Cola 6-pack at 8. DJ Jesse Jeff and the Fresh.
By the way, you want a Coca-Cola 6-pack?
What the hell?
Try to get on the air today and hand out a 6-pack of soda and see how many people really are going to want it.
Kelly of Bel Air. Ring my bell, number 6.
Anita Ward.
94.7.
All right, let me hear.
Total Jam, Chicago's Hot 94.7 and Danny Red.
Oh, yeah, so we were total jams. We were Hell 94.7 while we were stunting, and then we went to Total Jams 94.7.
I'm down from 6 to number 1, Joni.
Yeah.
Hi, babe.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing
That's
good.
you?
How are you?
No.
Oh, this is not
Danny
me.
Wright.
This is the
Okay,
night job.
well, there's two voices.
Good.
Good.
Let me see if I can.
We'll pop the coochies.
Hold
Present
on.
them with their Chicago's Hot 94.7 Trophy Football Team of the Week at their homecoming pack rally. That is tomorrow afternoon. Bubba and Stag High from Total Jam, Chicago's.
Oh, yeah. Blitz.
You go to high school?
I had to go. So, Blitz.
Oh,
this is,
Christ.
This is market number 3,
Yep.
Chicago. And they were really trying to, really make it local so that, the city of Chicago would wrap their hand. And so they would find out, with the best high school football team of the week.
Okay.
And then they would have me go there Friday afternoon at 3 o'clock and have a huge pep rally in the gym with all the kids.
Was R. Kelly there too?
No, R. Kelly wasn't there, and I didn't pee on anybody. But I mean, but the station would work with the school, and the school would have a mandatory 4,000 person in the gym pep rally, and then I would come out there and be like, yow, yow, blah, blah,
Like a cheerleader.
Yeah, and but I have to get on the microphone, then I'd have to present their captain with this big football trophy from
Coca-Cola 6-pack?
in a Coca-Cola 6-pack.
Oh, wow.
When really I was just looking at the cheerleaders. Hey, I was only 23 at the time, okay? Every Friday at 3 o'clock, I had to schlep to a different high school.
And no one is cooler to be seen with than Hot 94.7's hippest homie, Bubba the Love Sponge. Yo, 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 join me, Bubba the Love Sponge. I'll be at the Discovery Club this Saturday from 10 till midnight, throwing down and hosting the dopest Halloween party ever. You could win
I think that'd be a nice time for us to go to a break. I really do.